Yeah, it's pretty exciting. But I fully intend to. I take it you have?
I have been, and I am pleasantly surprised at how much fun I'm having.
How do you like the story changes in the alternate world?
I love it, actually. It's really good.
Byleth as
Um,
the villain seems
I know
interesting.
it's so cool. It's like so intimidating to hear Violet say more than like 2 words at a time. Um, yeah, it's I play on hard mode, classic, and
Nice.
like I loved a lot of the things they did with it. Like the story's really good. The political sort of intrigue of the story is really awesome. They fleshed that out a ton.
Very cool, man.
And the
Yeah,
game
I
mode's realistic at
definitely
every.
want to play it.
Yeah, you should. At least try the demo. You could play up to like chapter
Mhm.
4 or something.
Nice. But
That's
still
a nice
still
demo.
chomping at the bit for a new full-on Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
Personally,
for sure.
hopefully we get an announcement for something like that soon.
I'm hoping they'll probably have it direct soon enough.
I would think so. It's been a while since
I
Three
did
Houses.
appreciate how they did. They separated the third party direct from like the main one and did that recently. Like, okay, good. So now we're not gonna like waste the whole 40 minutes talking about such and such that no one cares about, you know?
Right. Well, the problem
Yep.
is we don't know if they're even going to do a normal
Hello.
direct.
Yeah.
Testing,
We'll see, I
testing.
guess. I'm sure they will eventually.
Hello. Okay.
Okay. Well,
There we go. Yeah.
let's see here. Got everybody logged in and ready to go?
We are ready.
Yes.
Cool. So, shall we get started? Jump on into it? Well, when last we left our heroes, y'all had been assaulted by a random wandering bit of animated armor as you were following the subterranean stream headed towards a set of stairs leading further deeper down into the depths as you continue your exploration of Kundrakar and the Glitterheim left by the dwarves of old. And I think that's exactly where we left off. You had just dispatched this animated suit of armor and were preparing to head further down, correct?
I believe
Real
so.
I was not here for the suit of armor, so just to clarify, did I use a wild shape?
No, I don't believe you did.
Okay.
Used to dispel magic though.
You did,
Oh,
and it
magic.
worked for a minute.
Oh, thanks.
For like literally a minute.
Yeah, so,
10 rounds? Okay.
but now you know, and an animated armor, or perhaps similar things, will basically become inert for about a minute if you dispel magic on them. So.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, because I wanted
Mhm.
to try that out. So thanks.
Learning is fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll pick up right there. I assume you all just want to head on down the stairs. Do any of you want to jump down the waterfall here or something like that?
We're taking the stairs.
No, are you sure?
I just yeets Kobe's character down it.
Geronimo! Hey, it could be fun. You never know.
Except that we don't know what's at the bottom, and we don't know how deep at the bottom is the bottom. And 9 times out of 10, there are very sharp, pointy rocks at the bottom of a waterfall.
Not to mention, like, hitting water at a certain height, like at a certain distance, is basically like hitting concrete. So I feel like the fall damage might be extensive.
Just a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going down the stairs.
Okay. Let me... we go. You can hear, you descend the stairs together, the continued rushing of water. This little waterfall, it just gets louder and louder.
When did it become this popular?
It's a decent trek down these stairs.
I
It
feel like D&D has
spirals
been
down
popular for a
several
long
times
time.
as you head down through the dark, and eventually make your way out here.
Also, what's up?
Meepo is not leading the way. Ashari was in the front there. But as you creep out through this first little corridor here, Ashari, at the bottom of the stairs, you can hear the sound of that waterfall coming basically from your right. And as you open up into the cavern itself, you do have dark vision, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see this opening up, and you can see where the waterfall itself sort of spills in here.
Do you play
loud
D&D?
waterfall kind of spills in from the northwest wall
really
into a deep pool right there. You can see some rocks sort of jutting out from bits and pieces of the pool. But the rocky walls themselves kind of glisten with spray, and a weird array of colorful minerals and strange lichens lend an unearthly beauty to the spot itself. There's a fast-moving stream that is running south from the pool at the base of the falls, and a nearby natural passage heads in the same direction, which I can show you here. Okay. There's a set of narrow stairs that you just came through that winds up the rock to the north, and two old wooden doors as you walk in a little further can be seen to the east here. And of course, these walls with the doors are worked with obvious dwarven craftsmanship and masonry.
I think we should explore the waterfall. See how deep it goes.
I think this seems like a good place to rest.
I think we should explore first before we determine that.
Depends on how much exploration you're expecting. I have no rages left. I'm that kind of tapped. I tapped out.
I will go inspect the doors.
I'm like, in my defense, I was not here for the suit of armor, so I'm not quite sure how bad.
I didn't have a rage for the suit of armor.
Okay. So, Gardane.
I'm going to go with Gardane as the muscly backup for doors that have traps, because we just live in this world where traps are just expected at this point.
So as you reach for the door and you give it a little tug, it doesn't immediately give way. You don't see a lock on it, but it appears as though the wood itself is like swollen into the door frame and doesn't want to budge.
Okay, I go check that door.
Similarly, it also appears to be sort of swollen and stuck in place. Doesn't want to open freely.
I hit it with my hammer.
All right, roll an attack.
I'm like, we can rest. I'm not against that.
Maybe once we figure out what's behind these doors, and if it's a room that we can guard better.
So this is only wood, and it is standing still, but it still has an AC higher than 7.
I just keep swinging, man.
Okay, yeah.
Like some
You
help,
hack away at it.
Gardane.
If you're intent on breaking it, if you just keep hitting it over and over again, you don't need to make the rolls. You will eventually bust this thing down, just through trial and error.
How do I swing this hammer?
You have a couple of hits that just kind of glance off of it and sort of thud to the side, but eventually...
I'm standing here watching this dwarf bang on those doors like, are you sure you don't want me to do this?
Get out of here.
Okay. I take a step back, give him the 5-foot range.
We'll say about 10 swings or so, hacking into this, it finally just kind of crumples in the center and sort of falls through, bits of wood and whatnot flying all over the place. And I'll go ahead and reveal that for you here. It seems to be some sort of empty storeroom, from what you can tell here. There's a lot of bits of broken containers and things like that. Yeah, it looks like it's fairly empty from where you're standing at the entrance here. But you certainly could look around more if you want.
Sure. I will slowly, as I step through the doorway, I want to like look around to see if there's any traps or anything like that, you know.
Sure, roll some perception for me. Hey, eagle-eyed as
He's
you
got that
search
20/20
around.
vision.
He does, apparently. No traps. Nothing to really catch your eye in that regard as you're looking around in here. Yeah, it seems like an empty room to you.
I'm gonna open the other door.
Sure. It doesn't give easily,
Well,
as I said.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna swing my sword at it.
Oh, okay.
The old hack and slash method.
Okay.
Shatter Spike edition.
Sure.
So barbaric.
That is what Shatter Spike is for, I suppose.
Apparently not very well, though.
Are you gonna hack at it like your friend?
Well, yeah, I can't get it open. I'm not gonna, like, I could grab the door handle and try to pry it open.
Yeah, you certainly
That'd just
could.
be a straight strength check, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
sure. Let's try that. Straight strength,
you
right?
Shatter Spike once, and it just kind of glances off with that first one, and then you're like, and you reach for it to just sort of yank it open with a strength check.
Nope. I ain't that tired. Someone else can come open this door.
It moves a little bit, but not enough, and it's just kind of swollen shut.
Gardane, want to come open this one?
Lena's gonna be like, I want to try, and run over.
Sure.
Okay.
Beat it with the
So Lena grabs the door and rolls a strength check, I assume, or are you attacking?
Strength check.
Okay. So you pull.
That is great!
And you just, you let out a little yell, and you dislocate your shoulder.
Okay, maybe.
Gardane, medic.
This for the stronger people. I forgot I'm not a wolf right now.
Your arm is hanging limp right now.
I'm not
Gardane. I look over at Dimitri. Can you call for Gardane? He's gonna have to reset her shoulder back in.
No need. You see, sometimes with things like this,
you can fix arms.
You need only be worthy to open it.
I was asking you to go get Gardane to fix her shoulder.
Arm.
So with a 3, you don't dislocate your shoulder like your friend, but you do look rather silly.
We are all weak today.
The bane of every adventuring party, doors.
Doors. I'm gonna try to open it again after pushing Dimitri out of the way and like go get Gardane.
I didn't think this was gonna be such an issue.
I didn't think so either.
I'll walk over to Gardane and be like, Gardane, I hurt my shoulder.
Oh. Hurt your shoulder.
I just
dislocated it.
Wait, is Meepo walking over to me?
We're not opening this door. I'm walking away.
Yeah, I walked over to Gardane.
I never pull that strong, but no.
Hey, Shar, are you gonna try again?
I did.
Oh, you did. Oh wow, a natural 1.
I just look at Lena.
There's no hope for this door.
Located a shoulder now.
You hurt your wrist.
I'm not gonna. My wrist is gonna hurt. That makes more sense.
The difference is that she has a modifier to strength, so she got a 3 even with a 1.
I can't get a actual 1.
At least I didn't have a negative, right?
Exactly. You rip your own arm off with a negative strength modifier.
That would be the worst barbarian. A negative modified barbarian.
That would be bad.
All right, full disclosure, it's just a DC 10 strength check, guys. That's all. That's all it is. That's all you need.
Gardan, have you fixed my arm yet?
I'll just look at Lena and be like, you're all right. Just walk it off, and I'll slap her in the shoulder real hard.
Okay, give me a medicine check to see if that works.
Oh. Okay, let's see here.
Jane.
If you
that works. It pops right back in.
Ow!
Lena, it hurts like a mother effer, but it does pop back in, and you have full use of your arm again.
What was that word that Gardan taught me on the boat?
What was that word, Gardan?
He taught me like was it? No, wait, maybe it was the goblins. That's right. I learned cuss words from the goblins, so I'm just gonna cuss.
Gold assassin.
Oh,
just
right. You were
someone
from them. That's right. Yeah.
Someone dislocated their shoulder, and
You
I'm the
let out one
cleric,
of
so
your
I'm like,
goblin
you're
curse
all right.
words.
Just
Yeah.
walk it off, and slapped her shoulder back in place.
Still no idea what that means.
Oh,
but
you
I felt
guys
like
need a
it's
dwarf to
appropriate in
open this or
moment.
something? Jeez.
Huh?
Don't start with me. I watched you hack away at a door for 10 minutes.
Hey, I got a door open. Miss dislocated your wrist trying to open it.
It's fine, as I've like wrapped my wrist in like fabric because it hurt.
All right, Gardan, are you gonna bust it, or are you just gonna try to pull it open to show your friends?
I kind of just want to try and pull it open, just to like walk. I walk up at the barbarian,
Can you
and
get
then
a
I
10
look at her in
on
the
your
eyes,
strength check?
and I look at her
Just
in
do
the
the 10.
eyes as I'm pulling the door open, and I fail.
Swear to God, if you fail
You
this,
got a 9!
I swear to God, if you fail this, and you just did, the door becomes a mimic and attacks you.
Yes.
Fuck.
Perfect.
Swords out. Fuck. Mimics!
Because I'm sick of this. You're fighting a mimic now.
We're all sick of it! We just wanted to open a door, and apparently Roll20 hates us all.
Teeth appear on the door as you pull, and it just envelops your hand and attacks you immediately, Gardan. Because, yeah, that's what's happening now.
I like it.
We're not doing any more strength checks.
Today's gonna be
That's
a
good
bad
stuff.
day with Roll20.
Roll20 is proven.
What's your armor class here?
Oh, mine 18.
18. Okay.
Roll20 is proven that this is gonna be a rough session.
It's gonna be a
Already.
Just getting it out of the way now, that's all. We won't roll poorly.
Okay, it rolled
This is the session someone's
exactly
gonna
your
die.
armor class with its pseudopod.
Nice.
You are now, let's see here. That's
Grapple?
gonna be...
I haven't.
Yeah, why didn't it roll the
still?
damage for me? That's weird.
Nope.
I just roll it again. Where's my damage? Auto roll my damage, Roll20. What you do? All right, I'll just roll
So
the
what's
damage.
going on? You guys, do you guys play D&D?
So that's 8 bludgeoning damage, and it's you're kind of stuck to it now, like you're grappled by it essentially. And let's roll initiative.
This is ridiculous.
Indeed.
Yes. Yes, it is.
We're not messing with it anymore.
16! I hardly ever get double-digit initiatives.
Let's see.
So I am playing as a level 5 cleric. We are playing in the Salt Marsh campaign.
Okay. Looks
If
like
you
we're
guys are
all in there
interested.
now. So, first up is Meepo.
Meepo.
So literally, this is a door with a giant mouth that is just and grabbed onto Gardan here.
Meepo's gonna run.
Nice.
And it
Mainly
is
because I'm
Dimitri's
rearranging
turn.
this stuff right now. All right. Dimitri of the Dark.
We're all pretty low on spell slots or rages or
Booming.
anything really. We just had a lot of battles.
That'll hit.
But we are in a
for 8 slashing.
pretty deep dungeon.
8 slashing, 7 thunder.
We've been playing in this dungeon we play every other week, so this is several months we've been in this dungeon. So.
Okay. All right, it takes that. And Ashari, you're up.
I'm going to swing my magical two-handed sword at it from the angle.
Check. Go for it.
11?
11 is not enough to hit the armor class of a mimic, unfortunately.
All right, and I'm going to roll again because I get 2 attacks. 8, so nope, nothing.
Okay. So, yeah, it's an awkward angle for you to the side, and you just can't quite hit it and not hit your friend. And so you're being a good friend right now, even though you just had words and you're not hitting your friend, which is what it would require.
Not hitting my friend.
Cardane, you are currently grappled by this sticky, disgusting mimic door with nasty teeth snarling in your face.
I scream like a little dwarven girl.
All right, I like
and then
it.
I swing my warhammer
on brand.
at it.
On brand. 17 will hit for 9 bludgeoning. Very good. Okay, anything else from you, Guardian?
No.
Okay, Lena.
Did the mimic let go of Gardan with that?
No, he is still held with its sticky pseudopod.
Okay. I too am going to crowd around here. And I'm going to say, bad dork, bad. And I'm going to start bopping its mouth with the quarterstaff, trying to get it to let go of Guardian.
Shillelagh style?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, Shillelagh.
All right, so your staff alights with arcane energy, and you smack it. And a 13 will hit for 9 more.
Right in its mimic eye.
It is the mimic's turn, and it's going to try to make a meal out of a dwarf. It will have advantage on the attack because you are adhered to it. Rolls a 23.
That is.
Okay. And for some reason, again, it is not auto-rolling my damage. I'm so used to it doing that, so I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with roll 20. That's going to be 9 piercing damage as its weird mouth, like, it's literally a door just with a huge mouth just coming over and, like, enveloping your head and clamping down on your chest.
So now you're in the mimic.
Your head is inside the mimic's mouth, and
I don't like this door.
Kind of burns a little bit, a little.
None of us like this door
inside of there. But you'll just take the 9 piercing damage, and oh wait, there's some acid damage too. It's another D8. So 1 acid damage. 1 acid damage for that. Okay, Meepo, I assume continues to run.
there.
Yeah, he'll stay. He'll cower until I get his level up figured out.
And Dimitri, you're up.
And I'll come do the same thing.
Oh,
Le booming blade.
Heal us a mimic, and then maybe rest up and get some HP back.
That's 10 damage.
I am low.
Yup, that's 10 right there for sure. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. And next up is Ashari.
Jesus.
Now the mimic is sticking farther out of the door. Should be slightly easier to hit.
Hopefully. We'll see if the dice agree with you.
Nope.
Nope, not this time.
One-handed.
That time, Will.
Okay. I did it one-handed though, so only 6.
Alrighty.
I let go in frustration.
You do see that with that strike, the mimic sort of like it's not able to really retain its current form anymore, and the sort of door facade kind of changes, and it starts to look more just like an amorphous goop with teeth. You get the feeling it might be on its last legs here. Gardane, you are inside of its mouth. What are you doing? Well, partially, like your lower body is still on the ground and outside, but
Depends on where his arm is.
well, I feel like at that point I can't really swing my hammer anymore.
You can kick him.
I'm gonna bite its tongue. No, I'm just I will. Can I cast? I mean, I don't know. Can I swing my hammer? I'll just swing my hammer if I can.
Yeah, you still got an arm free. Okay, cool. Are you like
actually,
hitting
you know what?
where
No.
your head is?
Actually,
are you like hitting where your head is?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do
clunk.
Instead of that, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame in its mouth.
Okay, sure. It still gets a dex throw, but I'm gonna say since it's like on you, it has disadvantage.
He's in it. He's casting it inside.
He fails for 10 radiant damage. He had 9 hit points left. So you watch as like this thing that was like chewing on you and gnawing, just you hear like the flash of your spell ignite it, and then it just kind of like oozes down over you, like the whole thing is melting as it like disincorporates, and like the teeth kind of like just slag off, and you are just covered in mimic goo.
I'm just
as
on
it dies on top of you.
On my hands and knees, just breathing hard and be like, that was.
You're gonna want a bath. You're gonna want a bath. But the door's open.
Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stand up and I'm just gonna slowly like lumber over to this river.
Okay.
And splash off.
And I'm just gonna walk into it.
You don't want to walk into it. It's really fast.
I'm gonna walk into this little lakey part.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Okay. Now the mimic's gone.
The doorway is open.
We look in the door.
Okay. Yeah, the door gives way grudgingly, very grudgingly, because it's now a mimic.
There's no door
revealing
left.
a low chamber of dressed stone. This chamber is filled with what appears to be rotten food, barrels of salted meat gone bad, sacks of flour or grain covered in russet-colored mold, tons of cider that probably by now, with this much time, has turned to like vinegar and nastiness, and 2 open archways in the east wall lead to a similar room, and 2 more openings are dimly visible beyond. The floor just past the first archway gleams wetly, so
Ew.
yeah, you can kind of see the second set of archway doors, and then it's a little hard to see beyond there just because of the distance. And then yeah, just all sorts of barrels and crates, and like you can kind of see and hear the floor is sort of glistening, almost like it's wet in there. Gardane, how are you washing yourself? Describe this to me.
So I'm kind of like I'd say I'm probably about like waist deep in the water, and then I'm just kind of like bending over and washing myself off.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Is anybody gonna step inside and take a look in here, or are you moving on to something else?
I'll step in and look around.
Oh yeah.
Perception checks, I'm assuming.
Sure. Go for it.
Please be better than my swings today. No. Roll 20. Why must you hate me?
It looks like a bunch of junk.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything here seems kind of worthless and spoiled. Okay. What's your armor class?
15.
Okay. Cool.
Yay.
So you
Thanks.
kind of step over the wet portion of the floor here,
Yeah.
and as you do so,
I swing my
you
sword.
are accosted. Let's see.
I swing my sword. I just blindly swing my sword at whatever's coming at me. Danger sense activate! Since I never get to use it because it's absolutely one of the most useless things I've ever heard of.
So how does danger sense work?
Danger sense, it doesn't. It's a barbarian thing. At second level, you gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger.
Mm-hmm.
You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, you can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated, but nothing ever works for danger sense. Danger sense is not the most useful thing on the planet.
This is an attack.
I just feel, at this point, I just feel paranoid.
So you watch as the pool of water that you kind of stepped into begins to move as two very distinct blobs, and they attack you as gray oozes reach out towards you with pseudopods. It's almost like, you know the water temple in Ocarina of Time?
Yes!
It's like that thing. It's literally that thing coming at you right now. These
help
blobs of clearish ooze just come at you basically here.
I swing my sword.
Let's see here.
On another note, this is how much HP that Meepo gets in his level up. Oh!
Woo!
Nice. Seems good.
Did we level up?
No, just Meepo.
Meepo did. He's level 4 now.
I was so hopeful there for a moment.
Me too.
So one of them misses you, despite having advantage on their little surprise attack. The second one, what's your armor class again?
15.
Hits you with a 17, and is going to deal 4 bludgeoning plus 9 acid damage.
Ouch.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
I don't wear armor. I can't.
Any sort of, okay. Let's see.
Well, like, I have, like, my clothes. I have, like, a steel-boned corset on. Like, things that are fairly thick in material. But nothing that's actually going to qualify as armor, because barbarians can't wear armor.
Then you are good to go.
Yep.
No worries.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll a fresh initiative here. Let me clear the initiative order
1, 2,
first.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The funkiest, freshest initiative I've ever rolled.
So fresh, so clean.
13.
They call me Listerine because my initiative is so fresh.
So fresh and so clean.
Oh yeah. Natural 1 on my initiative.
You have any bonuses to your initiative?
Who? Me? Oh, him? Oh.
I thought everyone had initiative bonuses.
Nice.
Dardane does not have a bonus to his initiative.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I am also the farthest away. So, I mean...
Yeah, I mean,
kind of makes
he
sense.
probably doesn't even know that this is going on, to be honest.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even hear.
So,
by the rushing sound of the waterfall and cleaning himself off here.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the turn order. Lena, would you even hear this going on? I'm not even sure if you would. Roll a perception check, and we'll see if you even know what's happening beyond the doors here.
Okay. Oh, wait.
I at least yelled Dimitri's name as I was getting attacked.
So you definitely hear your friend call out for Dimitri. You don't know what's happening, so it's up to you. Are you going to respond when she calls out for Dimitri?
Can you please demonstrate in what way did you call the name Dimitri?
Dimitri!
Yeah, I'll
like, there's panic. There's panic and a slight, like, oh my god, I have to call the wizard.
I'm gonna poke my head.
Warlock, sorry.
I'm gonna poke my head around this rock and be like, Dardane!
Dang it.
I'm gonna come over here and
One
just
time with the wizard.
look through the doorway.
You can't see me. You just hear me yell.
Yeah, there's a wall blocking, but yeah, so you can't see Ashari
Okay.
here.
I thought you were
No.
in this area, not
Second room was icky and
Yeah.
sticky, and I really should have thought about icky sticky before I
There's
stepped in.
a wall
Hey.
right here, so
I'm going to push Dimitri out of the way and be like, I'm better than Dimitri! And come running in. Wait, how
Druids
far
rock!
did I make it? Look,
Warlocks sorcerers suck!
You gonna dash?
O'Doyle rules! O'Doyle rules!
Yeah, I probably could dash. Let's see, that's 30. Okay, so with a dash, I can make it to probably about there, I believe.
Okay.
So
You will see the slightly clear oozing.
I'll dash it and be like, I'm coming! And I guess I'll also cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff as I run in there.
All right.
Yep, and that's it for the moment.
Cool. Dimitri, you hear your name called for.
And I shoved you out of the way.
I shall save you. And I'll also
So gallant, so brave.
I got here first.
As I'm dashing, I'm gonna try to push Lena into nearby rubble. Just for trying to take my spotlight.
Oh man, that's great. I love it.
Oh, nice.
He makes it farther.
He did make it farther.
Okay.
I have no bonus actions, I don't think.
Okay. So you shove her though as you pass?
Yeah, I shove her.
Okay. Are you trying to knock her over?
Yes.
Okay.
Into rubble.
Contested roll off here. Strength versus either strength for you, Lena, or dexterity. Your choice, Lena.
Dexterity.
We know how your strength modifier goes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Dimitri. You try to push the druid, but the druid is planted like a rock. Wide stance, ready to fight, like a defensive lineman, basically. You cannot move her.
I shove her from behind and kind of bounce off, and then stop.
Yeah, you almost fall when you try to push her.
That's why
Okay.
you're in front of me, okay? I just kind of like side dodged you, and you just kind of like took 3 steps forward past me.
Exactly. I love it. Ashari, you're up.
I don't know how to react to them, so I'm just going to attack the ooze. Two-handed longsword.
3 stooges running into your rescue right now, and you're covered in oozes.
Yeah, I'm going to attack this one first.
All right.
18 for 12.
Yeah, that'll hit for sure. 12 damage coming in.
And then I will... And as I swing back, I aim at the other one so I can hit both. And 22 for 8, which is not the best, but better than nothing. Finally hitting something.
The same one? Yeah?
No, for the other one.
Oh, okay.
So like I swung one, hit, and as I pivot around to swing again, I hit the other one.
With Shatter Spike, I assume?
Yeah, well, it's the only sword I got.
All right, yeah, you cut into both of them. They don't seem to react too much to it, but seems like solid hits.
The ooze.
Meepo.
This is gonna go well.
Meepo's up.
People will also dash. As you can get. The person who gives him allowance is in danger.
The one slowly filling his pockets with gold? Yes.
No, sorry, equals no money, no dragon's hoard.
No money, no fun
to build up
things.
a dragon hoard.
His little baby dragon horn. It's so cute. He's gonna be a big lizard one day.
indeedy.
Little cave full of
When I was
gold.
looking at his character sheet and saw his empty ideal, I'm like, okay, that's your goal in life.
His ideal to build his own dragon horde, but the person who's funding it is dying.
Exactly.
I love it.
You are the only path. You're the only pathway to his goal right now. If you die, his dreams die with you.
I love it.
Okay.
I do by far split him the most money.
After Meepo, it is the Ooz's turns. Okay. One of them's going to attack Dimitri, and one will attack Ishari. So we'll start with the attack on Dimitri.
Sorry, Dimitri. I just like. I don't think I could handle two of them. And you have a better armor class than I do.
A goopy pseudopod that's like transparent and clear, like rushes right at your face, and you just barely are able to put your head to the side as it flies past, and then plops to the ground and like oozes back to the mass itself. No damage to you there. And then Ishari.
Gross.
Yes, gross.
19 to hit you for 5 bludgeoning and 7 acid damage for a total of 12. Because I don't believe you raged. You don't have any more left.
I don't have any.
Mm-hmm. So 12 damage total.
That's okay.
5 bludgeoning, 7 acid. And then it is Gardane's turn. Gardane, you're by the rushing waterfall. Perception 13. I'm going to say with the noise from the waterfall,
yeah,
you needed at least a
15. I was thinking the same thing.
15. So yeah, you are clueless currently to the plight of your friends at the moment.
I was thinking at least 15 myself, so yeah, I agree.
Even with my yell? Yeah.
Did you yell out too?
She did.
I yelled
okay.
Yeah,
so,
she yelled Gardane, but I'm also like, I'm putting my head by the water and rushing water, so...
I'll leave it to you then. I'll say that since she yelled too, and she was closer to you, you could have probably heard that, but I'm going to leave it up to you.
Well, I figure if I like faintly hear my name, I'll look up and I'll just see this chick right here, and then I'll be like, "Why is she?"
She'll kind of like point in the direction of the doors, shaking her head.
All
His
right.
head, actually. This is the dude, but yeah.
Well, then I don't. Oh, that's the dude. Okay.
Yeah, the lady died.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I'll just look at her and be like, "Oh, all right, whatever," and then I'll just kind of mosey.
Mosey.
Yep.
Mosey.
And then I'll get about that far. Beep. And then I'll be like, "Did you
you have some healing spells? It's gonna take a minute."
Be like, "Did you call me or what was that?"
And Gyarados he looks at you, Gardane. He's like, "I'm not sure what's going on. There was yelling, and everybody ran through the door."
Oh, okay. Well, I guess in that case I'll dash with that information and.
It'll be Lena's turn.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I'd muted myself.
Okay.
You're good.
Now that I have arrived, okay, I'm gonna step past Dimitri.
I am slow on my little dwarven legs.
I'm going to hit this thing. Well, I'm gonna try to hit this water thing. With my quarterstaff.
Shillelagh'd up, correct?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, that will definitely hit for 10.
Excellent. Sorry.
So let me see here. Okay. Yep, you're good. No worries. Anything else from Lena?
Nope, not at the moment.
Dimitri Dark.
It's time. I'm gonna go for the green flame blade that I have retextured to blue flame blade.
Blue flame blade.
So I'll hit the one in front of me for 9 slashing damage. So I stab my sword into it, and then like fire will shoot out of my blade and travel to the other slime. Hit it for 6 fire damage. Actually, wait, that's not how it works. at level 5, this is all the damage I do to the one slime. And then, oh, okay, yeah. And then the second target takes fire damage equal to my spell casting modifier. So this one will take 5 fire damage. This one takes the full 14.
Okay. So this one dies. It just sort of kind of just sort of melts into an actual puddle of grossness around your guys' feet.
Oh, gross.
Making the floor look wet once again. And then how much fire damage is coming over here?
5.
5. Okay, so it looks like the fire damage isn't doing as much as you thought it would, as the flames kind of flicker over towards this thing. It takes a little bit of damage, but not as much as you were hoping with your spell there. So tell me about your sword that you just used.
It's a short sword with the crest of Durgadin on it.
Okay. So it's the magical one.
The one we found.
All right. Cool. Good to know. Shari, you're up.
Gonna swing my magical longsword. 10.
Not gonna cut it.
Not gonna hit it. Why? Why?
Oh, wait,
do you
actually,
do this to
10
me?
does. A 10 does, actually. You're good. 10 does.
Okay.
I saw the 7. I was like, nope.
No, not the 7. The 7's the disadvantage.
Okay. Both of those will hit, and
Yeah?
you will watch as this thing also just sort of disincorporates and nasty puddle at your feet as the
Anyone
danger
else?
passes. All right, and we're out of initiative. Dun, da, da.
Thank you, Dimitri.
I have been playing that recently,
Hey,
actually.
I help. Come on.
And Lena. Thank you.
I'll walk over here and be like, what are you guys doing?
I just look at him. Because at this point, he's clean. And I'm still pretty sure I have orc blood all over me somewhere. I'm still a little gross. I'm going to go take a bath.
Cool.
Since I just bathed in it, you can consider it holy water.
Oh, I love you. That's great.
Pretty sure that's not how that works, but
No.
she doesn't know that.
I know enough about religion to know that's not a thing.
Blessings be upon you, my child.
I walk past him.
Make a religion check, Ashari.
Religion check.
Do you know enough about
I
religion?
ain't that dumb.
I'll say you're not that dumb.
I almost got converted to the sea god of thunder and lightning, so like
sea god, that's right.
There we go. I almost got converted. I know enough. We do have religions under the water. These normally involve very large krakens. I walk away, covered in ick and gross.
I still want to go see your hometown when all of this is done, Ashari. Just saying.
So
Lena,
I'll look at
you
Dimitri.
wouldn't survive.
I'll look at Dimitri and be like, so, did we find anything interesting in here?
Haven't looked yet.
Yeah.
Waiting for someone with a perceptive eye.
Oh. I'll just casually look
Of
around.
all things, Lena. Lena is pretty good at this.
Looks like a bunch of junks to you, Gardane. With an 18 there. Just spoiled old supplies that got left here a long, long time ago.
I'll give it a try as well.
Yeah, you're getting the same vibe, Lena.
Okay.
Everything's that.
I'm just gonna peek around this corner, pushing Dimitri as we go.
And I'll kind of stick my foot out to trip her.
You know, it was narrow enough that I'm just gonna say that I did trip a little, but I caught myself. We're good. Quick little trip, regained my footing. We're good.
Careful.
I feel some growing animosity in the party.
It's more like
never try it.
sibling rival. It's starting to feel more like sibling rivalry, though.
Gardane and Ashari are getting lippy with each other. You two are like jockeying to be more impressive and tripping each other.
I think it's just more exhausted parent. Exhausted parent.
Scions of Darkness.
Just along for the ride.
Listen, for someone who lives within the shadows, that does not mean I don't love the spotlight.
Heck, me and Dimitri seem to be getting along slightly better after I said yes, we can go down into the danger caves.
It's true.
I made him happy.
But this portion of the room seems to be just more of the same. A lot of broken boxes, nasty smelling old provisions, and wine that's turned to vinegar in old barrels.
Perfect. I say we retrace our steps and go take a long rest next to that water.
I don't think we should take a long rest in the water. I think we should take a long rest in the other storage things so that we only have one entrance.
Okay, fair enough. That is smart.
Easier to guard if there's nothing able to kill us. We can watch. Much easier.
I just like water. But you do make much sense, so.
Where'd I go?
I like water too. Doesn't mean I'm going to sleep near it.
Okay. Awesome.
I have done and I'm standing in the same spot Gardane is, and what comes up to his waist is like mid-thigh max. Because he's so much shorter than me. And so I'm just done washing all the guck out of my hair, because we all know that it's disgusting at this point.
How tall are you?
I'm I don't think I ever put it down. I'm in the upper 5 foot range.
Hey,
Gardane. Not quite 6 foot.
Gardane is only. Hey, he's 4'2". Okay, all right. So.
My daughter is almost 4 feet tall, and she only comes to mid chest on a 5'4" woman.
Nice.
So it goes up to your waist, maybe goes to my knees. I've been in a pool with my daughter. What goes up to her waist goes to about mid-thigh on me. The bonuses of having little ones that you can size compare the smaller races to.
It's great for, halflings and whatnot.
It gives you a really good general how high everything will be for them versus you.
Yeah, I figure my 3-year-old's about the size of a gnome.
Yeah.
Before I enter these rooms, I actually wanted to use shape water from the water, and I want to run it along the floor in here. 1, to clean, and 2, to check for any traps.
Ooh,
well, okay. Gardane's already been in there for traps, so.
Well, I was just waiting for people to stop talking.
So you cast your spell and weave your arcane magics here, your natural magics, and you pull up a large quantity of water from the moving stream itself and sort of shape it and move it in the air. And you can definitely take it with you into there and sort of just start brushing away the guck and the grime. It's almost like a pressure washer, very satisfying to watch the gunk kind of as it just kind of sweeps away bits of dirt and grime here.
Just make sure to take the water back so that the stone is dry as you walk away.
Now, how much water do you get? Can you control when you use that spell?
I think it's a 5 foot cube. Let me double check.
Okay. So with a 5 foot cube, I would say that that's enough to clean one of these rooms, basically. So you've got this section, this section, and this section. You could clean one of those sections completely with the spell.
Okay.
Do the back one.
Yes, that's what I'll do. The back one. And yeah, and I did confirm it's a 5-foot cube.
Fantastic. Cool.
And then I shall repeat that. And
actually, you know what? That is a lot of water. You could probably do 2. You could probably do 2 with that.
Perfect.
So if you want.
Yes.
Back one and the middle one.
Does this work like yours? Or are they just speakers?
And then I'm going to get some more water and do the front one.
Okay, so you cast the spell again. Another large blob of water kind of following you through, and you clean out the entire place. It's looking pretty good, everything considered.
They just feel like
Kind of use the last little bits to sort of push some of the grimy water that's built up out the front door and into the main chamber over there.
I mean, it's going to work on vibration, but those feel like...
Sorry.
It's a fun and effective use.
Oh, these are this is live. Sorry, guys.
Little spell. You're good. No worries.
Yeah.
It's all good.
These sounds like speakers. They're not. Well, they don't sound like the bone thing. Because if I put them over my ears, they're even louder.
Technology these days is amazing.
I know it.
Those just felt like speakers.
And what did I pay for these?
$70.
Great.
No worries.
My dad got a different brand of bone conductors, and they're huge blocky things that have like a sponge side on them that just felt like a speaker with a cover on it.
Interesting.
And they would do the exact same thing as like bone conductors, but you could put them over your ears and just hear them the same way, and it was kind of weird.
So I'm curious, is that like doing the bone conductor thing instead of like having headphones or like earbuds? Is that supposed to be like better for your hearing or something? Or is it still like you have it on loud? Is it still going to hurt your hearing and stuff?
It kind of skips going over the eardrum because it goes straight through the bone, so it's like a vibration through your bone straight to the 3 bones in your ear. So I'm not sure how much better it is for your hearing. I just know I like it because it doesn't vibrate my piercings that are in my ear. Because I have medical piercings for migraines. Mm-hmm. And I can't wear earbuds with them because they push the earbuds out or it hurts really bad. And over the ear ones, after a while, it starts vibrating the metal. Mm-hmm. And it hurts to have this constant vibration. And so these are really nice because it's not touching my piercing.
Very cool. I dig it.
And I didn't think they were going to work as well, but they work fantastic. Like, I actually can hear, like, phone calls and stuff are even clearer than with a pair of headphones on.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. I quite like them.
So, Lena, your spells are very successful in letting you clean out the gunk and grime in all 3 of these rooms as you cast the spell twice. What else are you wanting to do here? And you probably have some water left over after cleaning the third one.
While I'm over here, while I'm in the water real quick, I summon Meepo over to me with like a flash of a gold coin.
He's like reaching for it already.
I then pick him up and dunk him in the water a little bit. Just to like get the layer of grime off of him, put him down, and then hand him 2 gold coins.
And now I know exactly what I'm going to do with that extra water. As I see this, I'm just going to hover it over their heads and drop it on both of them.
Which 2? Who are you dropping it on?
Hit Dimitri! Hit Dimitri!
No, Ashari and Meepo.
Okay, so Ashari and Meepo, you get an additional shower as a deluge of water left over from Lena's spell just kind of cascades over you all.
That's fine.
Meepo looks upset. Meepo don't like bats. And he grabs the 2 gold coins from you grudgingly.
I could have paid you in silver.
That doesn't seem to fix his scowl, and he just kind of trundles away.
You're fine. You'll live.
Okay, I think we're ready to take a long rest. I'm going to come in here, start making myself comfy.
All right. The rest of you gonna join? All right, go ahead and pile on in there.
And
Dimitri, you gonna wash off a little bit? You got ick on you too.
Time for a long rest. He went to go take a. He's
we lost Colby.
He had to go take a number 2.
We'll say that he joins you guys though. So. Okay. So how are you doing this? You just gonna all just gonna bed down here and go to sleep? What are you doing?
Keep watches.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do watches.
I'll go first.
You're gonna do the first watch?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
You guys are. Okay, never mind. I forgot you're not an elf anymore.
I'm the only one who gets that, and so I'll do the second watch.
Are you guys closing this door? This
I
one.
thought he took it out.
No, he destroyed it completely, didn't he? So yeah, the door is wide open here.
I'd say
it is still pretty dark in here, though. So you can probably see out the door
moving bad guys onto the
a
map.
little bit.
As I come in, is there any type of like wall sconce around here?
You know what? I suppose that there would be. Why not? We'll say that each of these rooms has some old like sconces where torches could have been held, but they're all empty currently.
I light and stick one of my torches at this first door just so that we can see past it and see what's up.
So that'll eliminate a little bit more room, because so the sconces are inside. So it's only gonna give you a little bit more light going through the door there, but we'll reveal a little bit further for you because of your torch.
Would that also give away our position though? No, okay, never mind.
Like we're in a cave. If anything's coming by and coming towards it, the position is already gone.
True. Okay. Fair enough. I will roll.
I need my keyboard.
Oops. Okay, so that second perception roll is for my watch.
Okay.
I have to keep changing amounts on things.
So 24 is pretty good. Not bad at all. So you're the first watch, yes, Lena?
Yeah.
You are the first watch. Okay. Cool. So with a 24, you're pretty on point, right? You don't doze off or anything like that or lose focus. Where are you actually at for your shift? Are you going to be up here in the front room? Are you staying back with the group? Like, are you by the door? What are you doing?
I'm just going to be kind of like in this, like kind of leaning up against the edge, I guess.
Okay. So more like on this square, kind of leaning against the wall kind of a thing?
Yeah, I'd say I would probably be like a little bit in between these. Okay. Like a little bit behind it, but we'll just leave it with that at the moment.
Okay, and you have dark vision, correct?
I do, I think. Let me double check that.
Up to 60 feet, right?
Yeah, I do have dark vision, and
60-foot dark vision?
I'm assuming so. It won't open.
Typically average is 60 feet. Kobe's lucky and gets 120.
I'm the only one with 120 in the class feature, yeah.
Okay.
Everyone has a 60.
60 is pretty just standard.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not.
All right, so that's about what you can see through here. Okay. Cool. Good to know. With a 24, you don't fall asleep. You stay pretty focused and whatnot. Hearing is still a little rough. Like, yeah, you're a ways away from it, but that waterfall back in that room is still pretty loud, even here, especially with the door gone, and unable to muffle the sound of it here. But your shift passes uneventfully. You don't seem to notice anything untoward or concerning.
Awesome. I'm gonna duck around this corner when my watch is done and fall fastly asleep.
All right. Who's up for the second watch?
How many watches are we having?
Up to you. What kind of stretch do you do? That determines like how long your rest needs to be, though. If you take fewer watches, then the people who took watches need longer to sleep after their watches.
Well, I only sleep for 4 hours, so doesn't really matter. I'll take the second watch.
Okay.
If we want to do 3 watches.
So, like, basically, if Jessica keeps watch for 4 hours, and then you keep watch for 4 hours, and then that'll give me an 8-hour rest, and then I can take the third watch while everybody else rests.
Exactly.
I get the remaining one. Okay.
Most groups, I think, do 3 watches for the most part.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that turns your 8-hour rest into like a little longer here, a little extra. Unless you're all elves who are taking the watches, right? Ashari, go ahead and roll some perception for me on your watch.
Oh, please be good.
Okay.
Why does roll 20 hate me?
So with a natural 1, you don't notice a dang thing.
Yep.
In fact, I'd say with a 1, you probably fall asleep in your watch accidentally.
It's all that sword sharpening.
Fall into meditation.
I'm gonna make a roll or 2 here because of that.
Roll 20.
See,
why do you have to hate me so?
We'll see how things go for you here.
Everyone else gets nice numbers.
The algorithm's not broken, guys. It works
so
completely the
sure.
same as dice rolls.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
so
I dislocated my shoulder, so.
My dice roll was much nicer to me.
Yeah. There's so many forums on Roll20 complaining about the algorithm, and they're like, "There's nothing wrong with the algorithm, guys."
Ashari, what's your armor class?
15.
15. You feel nothing because nothing happens during your shift, and
thank you.
Gardane, though, no one wakes you up for your shift.
Sorry, Gardane.
So Ashari just falls asleep through it, and no one takes the third shift. So now I'm gonna roll for the third shift with no one on watch. Let's see here.
At this point, though, everyone's had a full rest except for me. Just saying.
Yes, correct. You would need to get through this third watch for you to get that. Okay.
Heck, I got extra rest.
Wow. All right, y'all are lucky. Nothing bad seems to happen. However, you do wake up, Gardane, noticing that you were never woken for your shift. You feel fully rested.
Sorry, Gardane.
As you see Ashari sawing logs in the spot where she is currently taking her watch.
I will kneel down and poke her on the nose, and then when she startles, I'll be like, "Oh, did you have a good watch there? Huh? Was it nice? Did you have a good one?"
Thanks, Gardane. Gardane, you are sassy today.
Gardane is all kinds of sass today. I love it.
I gotta be right back. I gotta go do something real quick.
Okay.
That's like getting sassed by the cleric.
Like all of us are just misbehaving, trying to trip each other, trying to show each other up. Like
at this point, I think we're just dysfunctional siblings. We've hit dysfunctional sibling mode.
That's the best kind of adventuring party.
Like this is like what my brothers and me do.
Maybe you guys are. I don't do anything wrong.
Dimitri's perfect, guys. There's nothing wrong.
Dimitri is a model scion.
Indeed.
Dimitri, we still don't get along. Like we begrudgingly like each other.
As the self-proclaimed leader of the Scions, you would assume that he would be, of course.
Which is funny, since I'm pretty sure I'm the leader of the Scions.
Leader is the Paragon.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But you all get the benefits of a long rest. Nothing seems to bother you in the night,
Thank God.
despite a few opportunities you may have given.
I took a lot of hits yesterday.
Indeed, you did.
Can't run the barbarian this ragged all the time. Need a break occasionally.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Y'all wake up. What are you gonna do next?
Gonna go down.
Takes the crusher feet.
Crusher feet.
Oh yeah. He's optimized now. He's.
What? Is it getting ASI at this level?
Yeah. He
Wow.
gets a ability score improvement at level 4. So he took the crusher feat, gives him a constitution. He no longer has 9 constitution. So his -1 to that goes away. And when he hits something with bludgeoning damage, he can knock it back 5 feet. And if he hits a nat 20, then he gives everyone else advantage until like his next turn.
Awesome. We'll have to get him a bludgeoning weapon then.
He comes with a sling because he's a kobold. So he just.
This is true. This is
has
true.
a sling.
Alrighty.
He uses a sling and shoots a rock, but for some reason it's also got Eldritch Blast traveling with it.
That's what I'm thinking about, yeah, because he's gonna use this in place of Eldritch Blast, so he's gonna like kind of infuse his force into the rocks at this point. Or
Eldritch
he's gonna get
Blast
so rich.
Pebbles.
Or he's gonna get so rich that he starts flinging gold coins.
Gold coins.
Just because
He's only got 19 gold. Like, I keep track of his gold for him. He's only got 19. He's working on it.
He can almost put a down payment on a health potion.
You can almost put a down payment on the health potions.
And equity on or 40% equity on a health potion.
I love it. That's rich for a kobold. Let's be honest.
That is very rich for a kobold.
For a kobold, that's stush. I tell you
He's
what.
He's not allowed to go into my coin purse.
That's a
He's not allowed
kobold.
in my coin purse.
I don't think he knows where it is.
He could probably buy himself a proper shirt.
Definitely not allowed anywhere near my coin purse.
Why would he not show off his rippling abs?
I know. Well, of course, right? Scaly, little abs, little lizard belly with abs.
He's got like an 8-pack on his belly, and then he's got like another 8-pack on his tail.
Exactly.
Like,
he better not be in a freaking crop top. That would be like the weirdest look.
Here's the thing. That's totally not true, because he, number one, was like a weakling kobold who was set to babysit the baby dragon and got his butt handed to him by the baby dragon. Number two, he's now a sorcerer, right? Is what he's specking as, basically.
He's pretty much a warlock with 7 strength.
He is not a strong boy. He's not a strong boy.
He's just squishy.
Yeah, he's got 7 strength. His only good stat is dexterity, and that's like 14.
So while we like pack up and get ready to go around, I like step over to Miko and like pet him on the top of the head for a second. Because he's been doing pretty good, and he's just like survived so much already. I feel so bad for him. Like, this is an impressive little baby kobold.
He's been
like to the point, like I told my brother that we got a kobold, and he's like, "Is it dead yet?" And I'm like, "Nope."
He's
like,
"Wow." A few times.
So have I though. I fought him like 3 times in one battle.
Well, I mean, you've already lost one character, so.
Yeah, well, I get to die multiple times all the time. Okay, we should go and check the path with the river. The thing we didn't do.
Okay. Let's do this.
Cool. Shari, give me a perception check as you come out of the door there.
I'm going to stand right there then. 15. So much better.
You notice like a very faint, not like huge or super noticeable, but with a 15 you still spot it, like a trail of like maybe blood, you think? Dried now. That wasn't there before. Just sort of coming from the direction of the stairs. Little droplets here and there. I'm not sure if you're seeing those.
Yeah, I can see them. They're pink, but I can see them. I go over and look at them. Like, look at the drops. Does it look like it's coming from the stairs and going to the path?
With a 15, hard.
Can I roll a survival check?
Sure, go for it.
I never get to roll survival. Natural 20!
So it's hard. So this is all hard stone, but there's plenty of like dirt and bits of gravel and things, right? It looks like someone might have been dragging like a small body. You can see the scuffle of where some sort of, some feet probably were moving along parallel to whatever these little drips and little slides of dried blood are. And then it looks like the footprints kind of only go back the other direction. So it looks like someone dragged something from the direction of the stairs down towards this little cavern way. And then later on, the footsteps came back and went up the stairs. But this this trail of little bits of blood just was not here yesterday before you went to sleep.
Well, I'm gonna start looking down this little down here.
Dang it, I forgot I was muted. I'm gonna come up to Shari and ask her, should I clean the floors again with the water? Because I can do that if you need.
I love the idea of Lena the druid with all the nature magic and stuff, and having lived in captivity herself for so long, being a neat freak all of a sudden. I love it. I love it.
No,
I think it's great.
No. We don't. There's blood.
Okay.
I've just path. Someone came by and didn't see us, which is impressive. But
I'm just saying, those monks, they used to always make sure that my prison.
I'm gonna follow Gardane.
Yeah, they said that cleanliness was next to evil godliness.
Yeah. And since I had absolutely no belongings, it was difficult to make things messy. So
do I still, as I'm going, I'm like still looking. Gardane, slow down.
Gardane's got places to be.
I'm on a mission.
Do I still see the little drips of blood? Because I'm looking out for them.
So as you get further into this little bit where the stream in the river is, where Gardane is, you see less and less of it, almost like, whatever was bleeding, maybe the bleeding stopped or something like that. But you can still see the footprints coming back and forth.
Okay, so
you recognize the trail. So
Gardane, can you wait?
Yeah. So in this little area here, the door. So basically, it's kind of a long, narrow cavern and whatnot, and you see this. It's sort of half filled with the underground river that you're going through here, flowing along at a really fast pace, right? Like the water is moving from east to west, and it's a really quick current, just like it has been in other parts of this whole complex here. Looks dangerous, to say the least, if you got into the water, from what you can tell. There's a narrow bridge, and it's sort of made of stones. It kind of spans over the river for you there, leading to a larger ledge on the south side. that seems to follow the course of the river eastward. Gardane, you moved further here. You can kind of see a set of stairs here heading down from the main path.
To slow Gardane down, my rope of climbing has slithered up behind him and is wrapped around his ankle.
I attack it.
You attack it? What?
Yeah.
Oh man!
If something slithers around my ankle, I'm attacking it.
Okay.
Well, just quick pulls and just drops him, just so that I can catch back up.
All right. So Ashari, you just throw out the rope and tell it to get him.
Well, I'm still holding on to the rope. I'm not throwing it. I just command it. It's wrap, just grabs his ankle to pull him back.
Yeah.
As I walk towards him.
So this is from behind. Roll perception, Gardane, to see if you realize what's happening here. The water, it's not as loud in here as where the waterfall is, but the rapid, fast-moving water is still pretty loud. You probably don't notice the rope, is what I'm gonna say. So
this is gonna grab, pull, and then let go and come back. Just to
if a rope wraps around my ankle, I'm 100% attacking it.
Okay, so it does wrap around your ankle, and then it pulls. Yes? Are you trying to knock him over?
Well, it's more not necessarily knock him over. It's more stop him from moving because he's splitting the party.
Okay, so it pulls taunt and doesn't pull you over, but it does kind of stop you in your tracks, Gardane. And as you turn around and you see it, you can clearly see that Ashari's holding it, but if you feel like you would attack the rope, that's up to you.
I cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
On what?
On the rope.
So I think...
I have a dex save.
Not sure Sacred Flame's gonna hurt it.
I think Sacred Flame has to target a creature.
A creature that you can see.
Well, if you thought it was a creature.
So we just cast a spell without...
it
you probably thought it was a snake.
It wouldn't have an effect, but you could still say you cast it.
So
it
you
just didn't have an
it.
effect.
It just kind of flashes near the rope, but doesn't seem to do anything to it. But by that time, after casting the spell, you would clearly see that
it's a rope, and I recalled it.
Ashari from behind.
And I'm recalling it. It's slow down.
If you your leg and attack me with that rope again, I will cast Sacred Flame on you.
Okay. But you need to slow down.
Nope, I do what I want.
Sassy Gardane is fun, Gardane.
Gardane, are you hungry?
Just fair warning. We're in a dungeon. If you attack me with a rope again, I will retaliate.
Lena would like
in the water.
The water over here.
Lena, make a dexterity saving
I'm just kidding.
throw.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Huh? Oh.
No, don't worry.
He said he was going to push you in the water, but then he changed his mind.
You could push me in. I'd be fine.
Civil War.
I just want to perceive this area over here, see if I can see anything.
Sure. Roll me perception there. Hey, that's pretty good. So you have dark vision. You can see that the water is flowing very quickly, just in this direction here, right? Really fast. And you can tell that there isn't really anything beyond this point. It looks like the water, the cavern just gets really small and close to the surface of the water, to where it just kind of disappears. And you can see there's rocks and stuff under there. You figure if anything got pulled under there, they'd be in trouble.
Okay.
With how fast that water's moving.
I thought the water was flowing the other way.
Nope,
that's why
it's going that way.
Go for it, Dimitri. Push me in. I'm just gonna pass you guys as I float under the bridge. But okay.
No, it's going from east to west, headed towards that corner that you were looking at. But you figure you wouldn't want to get pulled under there.
Okay.
Unless you were looking for the heaps of magical items and money that lies just beyond there, right?
I'm not going to tell anybody what I discovered and just come join the group again.
So the path continues on to the east, but you also see a set of stairs right here to the south.
Is there
as
a
you get that close, you can see a
door?
little bit more. Yeah, it goes down here. As you get close to it here, and you're now kind of looking in that direction to the south, it's sort of like a short flight of stone steps that leads down to a wooden door that stands half open. But the door itself, and even as you're going down the stairs at the bottom, it's like half submerged in water. Like it looks like the room below is flooded.
Okay.
There's dark, stagnant water pools in the small landing at the base of the steps. And you can see, again, the water that is presumably filling the room beyond as well. And the area kind of smells of rot. It's a little stinky down there. But yeah, you can see sort of there's this door, but it's dark and kind of flooded.
Hey, I gotta be right back. Sorry.
Should we turn down or should we continue straight?
Well, the room is flooded and dark. And I ain't going in the water because I can't take anyone with me.
I can go.
Okay.
You can swim
Yeah, I can swim.
and breathe underwater.
Yes, actually, the monks used to do experiments on me, and they used to keep me inside a water tank. And yeah, actually, I can.
So, as she says this to you, Ashara, you see the weirdest thing that you've never noticed before. There's like tiny slits on her neck.
She has gills.
Wrong. They're
Oh, no?
actually on my rib cage.
Oh,
Yeah,
on your
that's how
okay.
we decided
I
to
thought it
hide
was on your neck.
I'll
Okay.
show them
Right.
to you. So as I like pull my shirt up a little bit on the side, and again, you notice that. Thank you, honey. You brought me dinner. Sorry. As you notice, my torso is just covered in scars. But some of what you thought might be scars are actually some gills on my
And they
rib
flap
cage.
a
I'm
little.
staring in abject horror that this human has gills.
Yep, it's the weirdest thing you've ever seen.
What was that how you can't take me to see your hometown, huh? Ain't nobody ever asked. So
I'd be more afraid that they might kill you.
I can also disguise myself as a giant octopus. Just saying. That's
Deep
more friendly.
sea elves are not the friendliest beings on the planet.
If they like giant octopus, though. Or maybe a small group of fish. I can try to be fish, but please don't eat me.
I'll also have you know, one of my special skills is that I can hold my breath for 4 minutes.
That actually is really impressive.
I actually can. Because I have a 4 constitution score.
All right.
I can hold my breath for 3, but I don't have to.
Okay. So, Ashara, you're stepping down into here?
Lightly step down. I'm looking for slime.
I'll come with.
So the water on the landing just kind of comes, sort of starts like covering your feet, and as you get a little bit further in, it's like getting up to your knees. If you go through the door, it's going to be like about waist high.
Like I push the door open just to see farther in.
Okay, yeah, so you can kind of see, it looks similar to the segmented room that you slept in, but that's about, you can kind of see about that far in probably. So there's 3 sections similar to before. You're not seeing a whole lot, but it is dark and it's hard to see underneath the water when you're not under the water itself.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what you can see from where you're at.
Just as a side note, before I left, I told the rest of our group that if anything happens, I'll shine some lights or something to get their attention. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. So are you going into the room then?
Yeah, I'm gonna step in up to here. It's just like waist high through the whole thing.
Yeah, it's about waist deep. Actually, it's probably getting up to like mid chest, we'll say.
So the water So the floor is not level. It's going.
Yeah,
it's
kind
tilting
of like,
down.
yeah, it's getting deeper the further in you get.
Okay. I kind of step into the middle of the room. I'm not like afraid of going underwater or anything like that.
So as you're walking
Slowly.
through this, like, this water feels fetid. The stench is
it's gross.
bad. It feels kind of slimy.
I just wanted to see farther into here. Just seeing like if there's anything sticking out. If there isn't, I'm gonna walk back out. I'm not going underwater completely.
Okay.
I just
So
want to see if I can see
you're
farther.
not going all the way in, but you're rolling perception.
Yeah.
As a side note, I do dunk my head under the water just to see if I can see there, like see anything in the murkiness under it.
Okay. So that would allow you to see a little bit further. Go ahead and you can both roll perception for me here. Or one of you can roll with advantage, your choice.
So, if I dunk my head underwater, can I use my magical awareness to see if I can sense any of the swords we're looking for?
What's the range on the magical awareness?
60 feet.
60 feet.
I would gauge it out, but my gaugey thing is gone. I can't find it.
I can do it for you here. So that can definitely get basically the whole area there. I would say, yeah, it works like detect magic, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So sure, if you want to do that, you can.
Yeah, I'll do it real fast.
Okay, so you both kind of dunk your heads under the water. One of you with your sort of magical sight infused, your magical awareness there. Dimitri apparently is joining you now, a little bit more waist deep, almost chest deep into the water with you. But you dunk your heads down.
Dunk under, like,
and it is gross. Oh my gosh, it is gross.
I'm not breathing. I held my breath. I can hold my breath for 3 minutes. I ain't breathing this crap in, but magical awareness, real quick.
Yes. So Lena with a 21. You don't see a lot. It seems pretty empty. There's some murk and some bits of rubbish here and there. But you do see here off in the. So you actually didn't need the perception because of your magical awareness.
Okay, good.
You do get a blip of magic as you dunk down. Both of you are, because of the good perception from Lena, and then you because you have the magical awareness activated. You both have your gaze kind of drawn to this far corner here where you just barely can see this little blip of sort of magical energy underneath the water in the far corner. And Lena, you kind of see what looks like not rubbish, almost like maybe some vials with stoppers on them over there that you can kind of see with your 21.
Okay.
Doesn't look as much like rubbish like the rest of it.
Okay. I can swim 40 feet in 6 seconds.
And by the way, I need all 4 of you now, since Gardain entered the water too.
Wait, I didn't know it was water. I backed up.
Give me some Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't. I just sat down and I noticed everybody was in there, so I moved my icon, but I didn't. I just now realized it was water, so I moved my icon back. I didn't.
Okay.
Ooh.
Gardain is unlikely to go into the water. 16. Please say that's enough.
Good to know.
I like the highest Constitution save. Nope, wait. Kobe's got one with one more point than me. Just because I have to level up one more time.
Like here, I thought I was impressive with a +4, but obviously not.
Barbarians are notorious for Constitution and Strength.
Okay.
So, sorry I was absent for all that, but Gardain would see like a room full of water and be like, nope.
Also,
don't do water.
Tell you before we went in there that if anything happens, I'll signal with some lights. I'll flash some lights or something to signal to you. So.
All right. Cool.
Okay. So once again, I can swim 40 feet in 6 seconds. It'll take me just under 20. It's what? 18 seconds to get there and back. Just under. I'm going to swim as fast as physically possible, like Dashy style, grab the things in the corner, and then swim back.
Okay. So
18 seconds flat.
Even with a dash, going under the water like that again, I'm going to need 2 more
I
Constitution
never came
saving
out
throws.
from under the water.
Oh, well, you're going to continuously be exposed. Each round, you're going to need another saving throw for you.
Okay.
Well, after the first time I jump out. Can't risk putting that one.
I figured that it's not very good water, but I'm just going to do this quick.
Okay, so you head towards the glowing thing that you saw with your magical sight. Go ahead and move yourself over there.
Fling over.
And you, because of your magical sight, you don't need to perceive. You know where it's at.
Yeah.
You reach
Just
towards
grabbing
what was
it.
glowing, and it's 2 vials basically with some sort of liquid stoppered. It looks like there's wax on top already, keeping things sealed, so the fetid water isn't apparently getting in. But you grab both and you swim back and get to where you can get your head above the water as fast as you can. Give me, like I said, 2 Constitution saving throws. One is right there. Okay, 16.
Well, I would as long as there's an air pocket above me, I'd swim fast, pop up, and then swim back. Because as long as I'm swimming. I don't have to be underwater to swim. But yeah, I'll roll my 1 Constitution. 15.
2 rolls. Okay.
16.
Cool. Good to know. Lena, what are you doing during all this?
I am simply waiting. I am watching and waiting.
Out of the water.
Here at the entrance.
What?
Give me 2 Constitution saving throws
I'm
while you
looking
wait.
for my purse. 1 second.
Okay. Alright. Ashari makes it back to you.
And then I promptly just let's go. And get out of the water.
Alright, 1 more save from each of you as to get out of the room.
Okay. Natural 20!
Okay. And with that, you guys make it out of this nasty, disgusting, your skin feels slimy after getting out of the water here.
I then step over to the edge here and rinse off what I can quickly. I'll step over to this river and just dip my hands in. I'm not going into the water because I know how
take water to pick up the water and just drop it.
Just dump it across. Yes.
And
everyone just gets covered in it.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of wash off the yucky, smelly water from you with some fresh
Thank you.
water. Is that a spell slot or is that a cantrip?
Cantrip.
Okay. Cool.
Useful cantrips. Nasty waters.
I never could think of something to use it for, and now I'm like, wow, I should have been doing this the whole time. So.
Okay.
Cool.
We should.
But yeah, you now have 2 little vials. Don't worry about it. You have 2 little vials in your hand, though, Ashari.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that 7. Okay.
They look like potions of some kind.
Okay.
They sort of gleam and.
I throw them in the bag of holding.
Strange ethereal.
Until we have time to go figure out what they are. We are not just drinking them and hoping for the best.
Just a sip. Just a little taste. Just a little licky. Adventure!
I follow Gardane.
Honestly,
Coming,
I'm very
Lena.
surprised. Oh, whoops, sorry. I'm very surprised it's taken this long for you guys to figure out I could breathe underwater this whole time.
We haven't been underwater since we met you. Why would we know that you could breathe underwater?
I guess because I built it right
Lena,
Myra,
water
we were
breathing
out
contest.
in the middle of the ocean on a sinking boat, and I was like, yes, I'm sure we'll be in a situation like this again, and we never were. I have been waiting for so long.
Well, sorry, but it did not happen the way you wanted it to.
Like every time Ashari would make some sort of comment, but like she would make a comment but not fully address it. Like, no, you can't come to the bottom of the ocean, and then just walk away. And I'd be like, but she did specifically say why I can't come, so I can't answer.
Well, but like Ashari's assuming that you're human, like Dimitri, and humans can't breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Armor or not. They don't do well in the cold. It is not warm where I'm from.
That's true.
Are we just like running into a wall, or is there actually steps here?
I'm assuming there's stairs.
You guys were talking, so I didn't reveal stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, we're just waiting now.
Ahead and yeah, so the stairs, these ones head up a little bit, not super far, but then sort of curve here towards the right. Okay. And there we go. Cool. And as you turn the corner here, you kind of get the feeling that this sort of uprise of stairs is taking you over. You can sort of hear below your feet, underneath the stone, the running of the underground river here. And then it opens up, and you can see the river once again. And it looks like it just kind of opens up here for you. Yeah, the sort of the rock stairs kind of climb steeply, turn north, and then descend towards the east into a cavern very much like the one you just left, but smaller. A ledge along the river continues east to a door on the north wall up here. Okay. And the rushing river separates you from a ledge on the south side. A large, abnormally large-looking stalagmite stands in the middle of the southern ledge, and a cave fish, presumably from out of the river, is kind of just flopping hopelessly on the bank nearby, on the side that you're on.
That's concerning. Swords out.
I walk up to it and I toss it in the river.
You walk up to the fish,
and I pick it up and toss it in the river.
Great, Garjane. Now it must grant us 3 wishes.
Okay, as you reach down to grab the fish, suddenly, from the direction of the large stalagmite on the opposite bank, a tendril whips forward and grabs you. What's your armor class here?
18.
Oh no.
18. Okay. It will have advantage on this, striking from surprise. And it will hit you with a strange tendril coming from this rock, this stalagmite. And it just wraps around your body and around your legs, almost making you fall down immediately. You are grappled currently by this. And another one swings out as Dimitri is there too. And what's your AC?
17.
What?
17.
Okay. Barely misses you, rolling a 16, as this huge thing just kind of, the entire stalagmite just sort of comes to life and turns. You watch that the rock itself just forms a huge maw of teeth. And a single eye just appears above that maw as it looks in your direction and starts pulling Gardain towards it and the river. Gardain,
did I take any damage, or did it just grapple?
You didn't take any damage, but
okay.
You are pulled towards it and into the current of the river. You are currently being pulled against the tendril and the fast-flowing current right now. Let's roll some initiative.
Nice.
No one listened. I said it was fishy. Like, there's something wrong here. Swords out. No swords. No one was
trying
ready.
to make a bad pun.
No, I was being the paranoid smuggler I am.
I mean, we're in a dungeon, so my Warhammer and shield is always out.
Are you gonna? Can you clear the turn order?
Yeah, let me clear the turn order here real quick before we start. Okay, there we go.
That thing is ugly.
Should I re-roll or something? I rolled
and
a
gross.
9.
You can just put it in if you want.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
9. Okay.
What is that thing?
You can make a nature check if you want.
Oh, sorry, my character doesn't need to know. I, as a player, was just curious.
This is what we call a roper.
A roper. Putting that down on my interesting monsters list.
He's trying to.
Yeah, it literally looks like a giant stalagmite.
You nasty.
Indeed. Okay, and then real quick, gonna roll this here too.
I don't know how to enter mine, but I rolled a 9.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know how to enter my my thing, but I rolled a 9.
What are those?
Don't you worry. Don't you
No,
worry.
I get to worry.
So at the start is an unseen entity that none of you have noticed quite yet, because it looked like a stalactite hanging from the ceiling, completely blended in. Dimitri, you said your armor class is 17, correct?
17.
Okay. It misses you just barely. The stalagmite above your head falls and almost strikes you directly in the chest, but instead clambers to the ground right at your feet. And you look at it, and it looks like it's made of rock, but it like wriggles, and it has a nasty like pincer mouth near its base, and just the nastiest thing just kind of flopping ineptly.
Is it a baby roper?
It looks a little bit similar to the creature across, but much smaller. We call these piercers because they pierce you from above. Meepo, it is Meepo's turn.
Meepo. Gardain's being like held in the river, right?
Currently, yes, he is.
I wouldn't cut him off of the thing that's holding him up. That would end poorly.
Let's see. Meepo will just fling a rock at the thing holding Gardain with his sling. You get that one. Actually, oh wait, he has pack tactics. Does that apply here with Gardain right there?
So Gardain is in the water and grappled. He's not in a position to threaten the roper, so no, not currently.
Okay, is in that one then. And yeah, that's about all Meepo can do.
Dimitri.
All right. This thing will pop out of the water at me. I'll just be like, ah, gross. I'll summon the Shadow Blade, like, downward, like this, and plunge it down on my feet where this thing is.
Okay, at the thing on the ground.
Is it dim light in here?
Yeah, it's pretty dim in here.
It's always dim in here.
The psychic, 12 psychic damage.
All right. It takes that. It squirms in pain, but it's still moving.
Ugh.
Squirming at your
feet. All right, get it out of here. Get it out of here.
The most disgusting thing you've probably ever seen. Ashari.
I'm going to rage.
All right.
In my rage, I rolled an 8. Okay.
Who's screaming?
I step forward and rage. How far is me from the thing that's got Gardain?
You are approximately 25 feet from it.
Perfect. A bolt of light shoots from my chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed a Constitution saving throw. I always have to recalculate my Constitution. 1 second. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
What's the DC? Oh, it fails. It'll take the damage.
I always have to write my DC every time I do this. It's DC 14. He takes 1d6 radiant damage, so 2.
Okay.
And he is blinded to the next turn.
Okay, he is blinded till the next turn. Let's see here.
And I can use it every time. I'm just going to step up and swipe at this thing.
Okay, make an attack roll.
25.
Yo.
For 7.
Okay, it's still moving.
10 for 11. I don't think that's going to hit, but...
10 is not going to hit.
Yeah, there you go. I good.
Okay.
That is it. That is my turn.
I need to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Level 6 or level 7? I want. Oh, that'll be interesting.
Well, you can't just say that and then not tell us.
So like when we hit level 7, I get advantage on initiative rolls. So I roll twice and take the better one.
That would be pretty cool, actually. So.
Yeah. And like on surprise rounds, I can't be surprised as long as I break into a rage the second my turn comes up.
Ooh.
It's really interesting. It'll be fun.
Sorry,
the 6 is going to be fun too.
Kid. So.
I was just gonna mention also I rolled a 9, but I still don't see me in the turn order.
Let me just add you then real quick. Rolled a 9. Whose turn is it now, Ashari?
I just ended mine.
Okay, all right. At the end of Ashari's turn, it is now Zeroper's turn. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so it is blinded, so it's going to have disadvantage on all of its attacks here, but it does know the general location where you guys are, so it's going to reach out randomly with 4 tendril attacks. We're going to say the 3 there. One of you is going to be targeted twice, and the other 2 once. All of these will be with disadvantage, though, since it is blinded. As 4 of these tendrils extend out and reach towards you guys, seeking to wrap you up. So we'll just say 2 to Ashari and 1 to each Meepo and Dimitri.
Okay.
Okay, with disadvantage, the first one to Dimitri is a 15, which will miss.
Woo!
The second one to Dimitri is also a 15 that will miss. Next one to Meepo is, even with disadvantage, a 20. So he is wrapped up in a tendril and is restrained. And then Ashari, with disadvantage, that's a 10, which is not going to get you. So Meepo, though, is now currently netted up, as it were, and restrained by one of these tendrils. After its 4 tendril attacks, it's going to use its real ability to pull all those who are trapped by its tendrils towards it, pulling Gardain out of the water and onto the shore right next to it, pulling Meepo basically to the opposite bank and almost onto the shore, but he's still technically in the water. And then after the reel is done, it's going to make a bite attack against Gardain, who is now within its grasp. Okay. And since, let's see here. Okay, yeah. So he tries to bite you. He rolls a 24, actually.
At disadvantage?
I don't think that's a disadvantage.
Actually, with disadvantage, it's an... What's the second one? 17. So that actually is going to miss. Yours is 18? Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it feels you and it goes to bite you, and you just manage to get your like armor or your shield up in time to where the teeth don't actually sink into your flesh this time. Okay, and then it is this one's turn. Ashari, you are assailed from above as another one of these stalactites falls from the ceiling to try and pierce your body and cause you harm. That's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Let's see. And it is currently 20 feet above you.
Ow.
So that means it's going to do more damage.
Perfect.
For each 10 feet that it falls. So... All right, so you only take 8, but this stalactite falls and actually like hits you in the shoulder and pierces into you, and this strange thing is now sticking out of your shoulder, and its weird mouth on the opposite end is kind of like veering towards your face, like it wants to start munching.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, we'll say it's right here next to you, even though it's technically on you. Okay. Gardain. You are currently grappled by this thing's tendril, and its huge, toothy maw is just gaping in your face here.
I'm gonna grab it by its face and cast Inflict Wounds. Okay,
so you reach forward. While you are restrained by it, though, you're gonna have... Nope, you're good. You're good on this. So this will be just a straight roll. 13 to hit. Okay. That is not going to be enough. So you try to get a hold of it, and like your gauntleted hand just kind of like bounces off of a rock, and at the same time the tendril jerks you away, and your arm just kind of misses, and you're not able to make contact with the spell.
Cool.
But the spell slot is expended. Anything else from Gardain?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty. Lena.
I used a level 3 spell slot for that. Missed.
Okay. I like it.
I love that sentence. I always love when you say that sentence.
I like it when you say that. So.
I'm going to use a shape.
Okay.
Question, real quick. Just real quick. Gardain would have a. Oh wait, he's grappled, so he wouldn't have advantage. Never mind. My brain's like, wait, wouldn't there be
So it
advantage?
cancels out because
Yeah.
he's grappled by the
I just
roper.
remembered that he was grappled too.
Yeah, anybody who's restrained by the roper has, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Hold up, I need to check this here.
Making it a straight roll.
Well, YOLO. Why not? Okay.
All right, so you're using a shape. What shape?
I am going to be a giant octopus.
Okay.
2 can grapple at this game, okay? I will move forward. Oh, let me switch.
Okay. What's the maximum challenge rating you can do?
1.
Okay.
Giant octopus.
And he qualifies. Yep, you are correct. He does have a swim speed. Can you do anything with a swim speed?
So on land, I only move 10 feet. A swim speed is 60 feet.
Well, I'm asking, can you, with your wild shape, become things with swim speeds? Because typically that is typically a restriction too, I believe, for druids.
I honestly am not planning on using that swim speed.
Okay. I could probably let it slide if you're not going to do any swimming. I mean, you're not getting a big advantage from it there. Let me just double check though and see what it actually says on that, just so we know.
Yeah.
So, okay. What level are you?
I am. That was wait. Harder question to answer than I thought. I'm level 5.
Okay, so you can have swimming speed, so it's okay.
I know I can be swimming creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be flying creatures.
Yeah, you can't be flying creatures quite yet.
Yeah, but I can.
But you can be your giant octopus, and I have just the token for you here. It's big. You are a big squiggly thing. Big squiggly girl.
I'm squiggly.
Big squiggly girl with bunch of tentacles. All right.
You know what? Actually, if you would not mind putting me on the other side of Dimitri.
Sure.
I had enough space. I could have ran that far and then transformed.
I'm cool with that.
I am going to reach out with my tentacle and grab Meepo.
Okay, so you would be within range to do so, it looks like. So, yeah.
I'm going to try to do that without hitting him. Like, I know that it says if I, like, grapple something, like, I have a hit and damage that I can deal, but I'm just trying to make sure, like, I'm not trying to tear him into or anything, but just make sure that if he gets dropped, he doesn't end up in the water.
Gotcha. Okay, so go ahead and still make an attack roll to hit him, but we just won't deal damage because you're not trying to deal damage.
Sounds good.
You're just trying to grab him. So roll me a d20 and add 5.
Yeah.
For the tentacle.
So that would be a 21.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits Meepo. So you wrap your tentacle around him, and grab on. You have him firmly grasped in your tentacle. And yeah, you could have done it from further away too. You have a reach of 15 on that. So.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, you were firmly holding on to Meepo.
Trying to see if I could reach Gardain, but
well, from there,
I can.
You can.
Hey, throw me across.
Do you get multi-attack or just one attack?
Hey, if you can throw me across, that would help me a lot. I don't want to have to jump this river.
I believe that I only have the one attack.
Okay. All right, so next turn you could try though.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Alrighty. Next up is the first piercer that tried to get Dimitri. So since it missed its target and isn't really latched onto you, it doesn't. It can't do much. You watch as it kind of awkwardly rights itself. So it's like now instead of a stalactite, it looks like a stalagmite pointing up, and it's sort of like on its mouth and using its teeth kind of like as makeshift feet to sort of scuttle forward. But it can't move fast in this position. It's not a mobile creature. It makes it 5 feet exactly. That is its movement right between you, and it looks like it's trying to head towards the wall. Like it's not going towards. It's gonna. You get the distinct impression it wants to climb back up the wall and try to fall on you again. But that's what it does with its turn. It makes it that far, and it is Dimitri's turn.
Strange. Oh, and
I love piercers. They're so weird.
You know what I think is also great is that while Dimitri is distracted by this, meanwhile I turn into a giant octopus on the other side of me, and he's like, now that's just normal.
I've seen you shit.
The piercer's creepy and weird. The giant octopus is fairly consistent.
Okay, Dimitri, though, you're up, sir.
My shadow blade it'll look like the shadows kind of melt out of blade form and crawl up my arm to form like this shadowy claw. And I'll reach out and just take a 20-foot swing as like the shadows lurch out and scratch the roper from across the river. It's a 20-foot throwing range.
Okay.
Just flavoring it, you know.
Cool. No, I like it. Yeah, the shadow blade extends, and just kind of tries to pierce the thing. 18 to hit.
23. Since it's dim light or dark.
Right. 23. So that will hit for 15 psychic damage, correct?
See.
Okay.
And I'll bonus
your blade strikes true. You watch as it sort of recoils from that psychic damage a bit, and its weird, super creepy single eye above its huge mouth kind of turns in your direction. Meepo is up. Blindly. In the direction of the pain.
Does it have to make a concentration? Like
to hold on? No, yeah, but you guys can make like strength checks to free yourself from the grapples and stuff.
Okay.
So I don't know if Meepo's even gonna try.
I just have Meepo like take a knife and try to like cut off the limb that he's attached to. The roper limb.
You can attack the tendrils if you so desire. Right.
He's gonna take a dagger and try to cut himself free, because strength is not gonna happen for him.
Okay, so the tendril has its own AC, and Meepo does not hit it with that, unfortunately.
Because the tendril's not blinded, just the
tendril is a separate
to.
thing. Yeah, the tendril's a whole separate kind of thing. Ashari, you're up.
For 2 seconds, I was scared with that nat one if he had accidentally hit me instead.
I mean, he could. I could. We can rewrite.
No. It's already past to Shari's turn.
I'm kidding.
I slipped my sword between me and it, and like fling it off of me, like trying to cut it and just cut it off. Like I'm getting rid of this damn thing that's on my neck.
Yeah, roll your attack there.
One-handed. 16 for
that hits.
9.
For how much? For 9?
9. Like, this is like dislodging it off of me so I can actually attack it.
Yeah, it kind of flops to the floor ineffectually, like just sort of really. Ugh. This thing is nasty, but it just kind of plops there and wriggles a bit, trying to right itself like the other one.
I then hit it two-handed with my sword.
Cool.
So 13.
That actually misses. So you
Darn.
you hit it, but it kind of just bounces off of its rocky hide.
Mhm.
No damage dealt there.
I then spin around, throw my hand out, beam of light it to the big roper thing to blind it one more time.
Right. Is that a saving throw?
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw. Cool. Constitution saving. Okay, I rolled Dex last time. Okay. All right. Cool. And
Trying
the
to promote
DC?
dexterous thing. 14.
Okay. It fails, so it remains blind.
And it takes one more d6 of radiant damage, so 5.
All right. Sounds good. Hey, it is the Roper's turn. It is gonna continue to flail about with its tentacles to try and grab new victims to pull in. All of these will be at disadvantage. We're gonna say it's random who he's going for, but let's see here. Let's say we'll roll a d6 since there's 3 remaining targets. 1 to 2, Shari. 3 to 4, Dimitri. 5 to 6, our octopus friend. Okay.
I'd love to see it try to grapple the octopus. Since it's the same size.
That'd be interesting.
First one's going for the octopus. Second tentacle is going for Ashari. The third one is going for the octopus. And the fourth one will go for Ashari.
How many tentacles does this thing have?
It can make 4 of these attacks per turn. 4
That's
of these things.
insane.
Well, already grappling one.
It can have up to 6 tentacles out at a time and make 4 of the tentacle attacks
with those 6
so
tentacles.
with 2 already grappled, you can have 4 more out still. So but yeah, we'll start with the 2 against Ashari.
I thought it was 1. Oh yeah, there's 2.
You're not in the way.
I keep forgetting.
13 is gonna miss.
Yep.
And a 12 will also miss because disadvantage. And then to our
Can I as it pulls for flavor, because I need to get over on that side so I can actually do something. As his tentacle rips away, I grab onto it to get pulled back.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose you could do that. So
I just want to hop over, but I just don't want to go in the river.
You kind of hold on and you grab it, and it feels.
I grab it.
Doing that though means you are gonna get wrapped by it because the
That's okay.
tentacle is gonna feel you and it's gonna wrap around.
It's a risk.
We'll pull you.
It's a risk. It's a risk. I'll cut that little thing off.
Okay, cool.
Well, I told him it was okay.
Sounds good. And then our octopus, first one.
He said he'll try and come around 10.
20. Yeah, even with disadvantage. So yeah, you're grabbed. We don't even really need to do the second one, but it still whips out at you for a 12 with the second one.
Yeah. Well, when
it still
tell
hits.
someone you're gonna try to do it, but you don't show up till 3:30.
Okay.
You got 2 tentacles wrapped around you.
Like, all that time he spent after he got.
You're extra big though.
He could have gotten it done between doing it.
I'm pretty big.
Do the fucking tile and do that last.
Well, he's gonna do that first.
Yeah, I want to get pulled over.
Target is grappled. Blah blah blah.
I kind of wish he would have cut it different to where the tile went behind it. But
just a wrist.
But
saving throws. And okay, cool. All right, so yeah, it's gonna pull a giant octopus and a Ashari, as well as Meepo inward. Gardane is already there in its maw, so it's not worried about him, but the other 3 are getting pulled closer. Meepo is reeled in right here, right next to it. Ashari, you are pulled across basically to here. You are on the opposite bank.
And I'm like, because I'm willing, I land on my feet so that I'm ready to go. I just basically used it as a leap hop.
Well, this ends at 10.
Does
so
Meepo
after
have
that,
to be a
unless you want to go get it
check
while I'm
since
doing
I'm
that.
also holding Meepo?
You know what? You're
Breakfast
right.
pizza
And
and
he's
cheeseburger.
pulling you in
You
a
wanna get
different
2 cheese
direction.
breads?
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do contested
I think we can
strength
get
check
2 cheese
between
breads so we
you
can snack
and
on
the
it tomorrow
roper.
too.
So 2 cheese breads and a pizza?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and roll
I
that.
like- I'll eat a
Strength
whole
check
cheese
from
bread
you and
myself.
strength check from the roper.
Huh?
I'll eat a
I'm
whole
like,
cheese bread.
please tell me the octopus
Yeah, that's
has
why I
good
want
strength.
2.
Okay, it's a +3.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Like,
not
I think
terrible.
that's better than their pizza. Do you want me to eat the last kind of pizza I got?
Okay.
It was stuffed
17?
crust, extra asbestos.
Roper.
So
Stuffed
17
crust is neither here nor
total.
there for me.
Fucking
The
amazing.
roper.
I mean, it's
rolled
good.
a
Don't get me
19.
wrong, but if you
So,
want to get stuffed crust,
You
I'm good with it.
pull
But
and
if you don't, I'm
pull
also
and
good
your
with that.
suckers just kind of pop, like popping bubble wrap,
Is she
as
playing
it
10
comes off
characters?
of
Holy shit,
Meepo's
she's
skin,
attacked
and
like
he's
15 times now with 1
pulled
turn.
across out of your grip.
No, so
Valiant effort though, and you
she
were kind of pulled
plays
this
a
way
bard,
over
so she
here,
gets 2
now
attacks
within
a
melee
turn.
of the
And
roper
then
as well.
some of these, not a bard, I'm sorry, a
after it is
barbarian,
done
bard.
pulling everybody in, it's going to make another bite attack.
However, these creatures,
with
each of
its
these creatures
huge,
we're fighting
disgusting
have
maw.
4 or 5
The question is,
attacks
is
each.
it going to bite an
so.
octopus? Is it going to bite a dwarf? Or is it going to bite a meepo? It will still have
2.5,
disadvantage,
she's
so
attacked
it's
like
going to be
15.
canceled out, kind of a thing.
Seems like it
But
sometimes.
let's see here. We'll roll a d6 again to see who he bites. Meepo's low, Gardane's mid, Octopus is high. Hi, he's biting the octopus. So its massive jaws move in the direction of the octopus.
Because she raged, she also has
and is going to try and chomp
like a
down on
fade
you.
thing each time she rages that happens as
He
well.
likes
So that's also an
calamari.
attack. So yeah.
Okay. So let me just double check.
Also,
this
what's
real
up,
quick.
Drats? Haven't seen. Of course, I haven't streamed in a long time, so makes sense. Sarah just woke up. Hi, puppy. Okay.
Yeah. So because you're restrained by the tendril, it cancels out the blindness, so it's a straight roll. So that's a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. This thing hurts. It's got razor sharp teeth and a huge maw as it bites into your octopus form for 21 piercing damage, crunching into your soft body.
Okay.
Do not let this thing bite you. Got it.
Okay.
I'm really happy the octopus has its own health.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep track of that there. Minus 21 on you there. Okay, cool. Right. Next up is one of the inept little piercers who just kind of uprights itself, and since it's right next to the wall, it climbs 5 feet up the wall, so it's like sticking out from the wall like a completely wrong stalactite.
These are so gross.
And it's just trying to climb slowly back up to a point where it can drop on something again. And then Gardane, you're up.
Okie
These are
dokie.
so gross.
All right. Well, I guess Gardane is gonna try and inflict wounds again.
Inflict wounds. Okay, so you have advantage on the attack because it is blinded. But let me see here. You're restrained though.
Yeah, I'm restrained.
So
it's a straight roll, isn't it?
So I believe it is a straight roll. Let me double check.
Well, even if I'm restrained, though, I'm touching them like.
Yep, restrained attacked creatures have advantage. Rolls against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage. So it is a straight roll. So it's a 9, which is not going to hit. You just kind of like. Again, you get jerked at just the wrong moment by the tendril that's holding you, and you just can't quite reach it with your hand.
They can go right back to sleeping now. So, I've actually seen like rangers and stuff
again
get like
gets used up there too.
Yes,
Lena,
sir.
it is
I've
your
seen like
turn
rangers
as
get like 5
our
shots or
octopus
something in a
friend,
turn with like
as
sneak
you are
attack and
restrained
all kinds of other stuff.
and being pulled in
So,
as well here.
You definitely can. I gotta use the restroom. Be right back.
I'm going to embrace its grasp I'm going to reach out with my own tentacles and some sort of kinky octopus hug. Okay.
Who's on the bed?
They're missing the best lines.
Oh man,
Which shirt?
I feel like we're one step away from hentai here, and that's not okay. It's not
Look
okay.
at her now.
It's not
How many
okay.
tentacles in this?
You didn't have to say the word kinky. That we didn't need to go there.
Look at her now.
You really didn't.
I said octopus hug at the end. Okay, just saying.
All right. Here we
You
go.
said the word
All right,
kinky
pick
before that.
Make your attack roll.
I've seen this one before.
No, you haven't. Stop it. No.
Oh no!
Don't say that.
No.
Let's keep it PG-13, people. PG-13, please.
I am trying. Okay, unfortunately, I think I missed.
Yeah,
With
with
an
a
8.
3. Yeah, with a 3, you're definitely gonna miss. So
8 total.
you do hit it, but your tentacles just kind of hit its rock hard like stony body, and
imagine it's
doesn't
like
do much.
those octopus when their legs kind of like go off and grab things that like as if they have a mind of their own. It's like I try to grab it, my arms just kind of do other things.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just all over the place.
Kind of like
next-
flap around on its face a
Oh,
little,
yeah.
like I don't know what
Oh,
this is.
yeah.
Doing that.
it is. Let's see here.
Right, I'm back.
After you yelled at her, she came running
It
over
is
here.
the
and
piercer's
was
turn that continues to crawl. It makes it partially up the wall there, Dimitri.
Oh,
I guess you could take an opportunity attack
Oh, I
against
hope
the
you,
piercer if you really wanted to, Dimitri.
I
hope you
Yeah.
get some sleep, rats, if you gotta be up at work in 4 hours.
And I have a question.
Woo!
Yeah!
Nice.
Critical hit. It's dead. Yeah, it's dead.
It's your 25 psychic damage.
It kind of flops to the floor.
Oh man.
Again,
Dead.
real gross.
Super dead.
Oh.
Sorry,
Showed
quick
its
question.
greatest fears.
So, are we supposed to be making strength saves for each of our turns if we're grappled, or are we supposed to, like, if we want to make a strength save, we have to specify
Let's
and
see
like
here.
the action?
Yeah.
What?
So yeah,
Forever take that
basically
check point
anytime that you,
Yeah.
just as a general
Do you have
rule
mobile
with D&D,
deposit?
when you are grappled and restrained like
With your
that,
bank app?
you would need to use your
Maybe. I
action
need to
to
go there
escape.
anyway.
I know, like,
So
yes,
you can
I-
do that
I
at any
do.
time on
But I
your
don't
turn,
know if
but
they
that
don't
would be
do
an
it with
action.
your name.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
wow.
Thank you.
Okay, the piercer is dead. Dimitri Dark, you're up, and your friends are all
Well, we can look.
Dead.
tangled up in tendrils.
Well, I'm gonna keep doing the only thing I can do, which is pretty much boomeranging my shadow blade back and forth until I die.
Hey, at least you have a distance thing. I have to get within combat range.
22 will hit for 18 psychic damage.
My goodness, the shadow blade is OP.
That's nice.
Dimitri's the only one really doing any damage right now.
Uh-huh.
I haven't been able to
Sure.
get to it yet.
Look something up.
That's
Meepo is up.
Meepo. Well, keep trying to cut his way out of it. Does he have pack tactics at this point or not?
Yes. I mean, yeah. Technically, he's got.
I
two
mean, he's
friends
restrained
that are
still, though, so
threatening.
it's just gonna be a straight roll anyway.
Yeah, it'll still be just a straight roll, though.
You can't do it.
Yep, he cannot, unfortunately. That won't be enough. Oh, is it an attack? Is he attacking?
Yeah.
He's attacking the
that's not
tendril.
gonna do it. Yeah, that's not enough to hit the AC of the tendril. Okay. Ashari.
So this tendril's just wrapped around one wrist because I grabbed it.
Yes.
I then am gonna like pull my arm back and swing my sword one-handed to cut the tendril off.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. 24
24.
hits. Okay, and that's how much damage here?
7.
Oh, come on. Roll 20, why are you doing this to me here? Sometimes roll 20 is so buggy.
I just want to cut it off so that it's not like so that like I'm free, so I'm not grappled anymore.
Right. Okay. So you dealt 7 damage.
Yeah.
It has 10 hit points. So you are unable to cut. You hit it and you deal the damage. You hit its AC, but you are not able to sever it, and it is still holding onto your wrist.
And advantages don't stack, right?
No,
like,
you don't.
Okay.
If you have 3 sources of advantage and 1 of disadvantage, it's still just a straight roll. Just cancels out completely. So you can attack the tendril again, or do you have a second attack, or what do you want to do?
I'm gonna step forward and attack the big thing.
Okay, give me that attack roll.
20.
Okay. Yep. That
For
will hit.
11. I then still blast a blast of really bright light in front of its one giant eye.
Okay. Another Constitution save. DC 14.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how she gets the 3 attacks. It's one of her rage
It fails
things.
yet again and is still blinded.
It only takes 1.
Okay.
But he's still blinded, so he still doesn't have any advantages.
That's been helpful. I'll tell you right now.
I
You guys
know.
would be in a lot more trouble if he hadn't have been blinded this whole time. So it is the Roper's turn. It already has some of you here pulled up. We're gonna say that I'm gonna roll here. We'll see.
And that's why I also didn't do the second attack. It's well, he's going to attack me again with another one of those things if he doesn't think he has me grappled.
So it has 2 more tentacles that it could swing at Dimitri, but it has 4 other things in front of it. So I'm gonna say 50-50 whether or not it even attacks Dimitri, because it is still blind. So I'm just gonna go odds evens. Odds, one of the tentacles is gonna go after Dimitri. Evens, it just can't even do that because of everything else going on. It's too distracted. So evens, so it does not attack Dimitri with its tendrils. Instead, it moves directly on. It doesn't need to reel because everything is already close to it. It will just go ahead and bite. We have 4 targets in front of it, all of them attached with a tendril. So let's see here. We're going to say the attack is going to be towards Gardane this time. So a bite comes to swallow your dwarvish head, Gardane.
Again.
Bring it on. Wouldn't be the first time I've had my head inside a maul today.
Straight roll. Straight roll because it is blinded, and because of that, it misses. You are able to get your body pushed away, just sort of you're literally holding these massive jaws like this and preventing it from clamping down on your face. Okay, that is the Roper's turn. The remaining piercer climbs 5 more feet up the wall. Gardane, you're up.
Well, I would say since I'm literally holding this massive jaw, I'm just gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay, still gonna have to make the attack roll.
Oh my goodness.
Oof. Okay, yeah, this thing has high AC, and even if you had advantage, which you don't, that's not gonna hit, unfortunately. So, anything else? Bonus action or something, or?
No.
Okay. Lena, octopus.
Man, I'm just not rolling good at all.
Going in for the hug again. All my little tentacles that have been figuring out what the crap this thing is in front of me, they're all just gonna be I got it. They're gonna go back up and just kind of unsuction them, suction from it, and then try to hug it again.
All right, let's see that attack.
It's a 3 again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's a bit rough.
This thing refuses my love, okay? I'm trying.
I know you're trying. I'm sorry.
That's what
I'm
I
sorry.
don't. Yeah.
Dimitri, You're up, sir. Mr. Dark, save
We're
your
gonna
friends.
keep shaving it down with the shadow blade.
Save your friends if you can.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good at getting him blinded
Yeah, but
every
she's not
time.
forced.
But she's making
Okay, 22 will hit.
Yeah.
I'm
More
distracting it.
psychic.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
You don't,
And
you're
this
not
thing is
forced
just
to
like-
go over there.
You just
Buck
are
the
going
hit
over
points,
there
too.
because you want to make more money.
Pretty
Just
beefy.
greedy.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh,
Meepo.
she had to, and then the post back here. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Completely just like
No.
sighing at this
She didn't
limb.
have
You know where he is.
To do whatever the fuck you want.
He's like gnawing on it.
Like, get a regular job.
You might have a better time with a bite attack.
Can't
Or
get it,
not,
so he's
because
gonna
they make
unleash a
$220,000
barrage of
a
magic
year.
missile.
Okay,
We don't
and
even make that
magic
cool
missile
buy.
hits automatically. So yeah.
So
On the
And
King Grab
I have
the
no
tendril.
One of
Yeah.
us
The
could
tendril.
stop working and be fine.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Like,
aim
we
for the
could
tendril.
survive on one
Okay.
income.
Yeah.
Like, she can eat the
yeah,
Alrighty.
no, that's just
It's
Yeah,
max
that'll
damage.
be
you
that'll be
want
enough
to
to blast
live a
himself
lifestyle
free from the
above
tendril.
that.
He's no longer
So
restrained
you
by it.
went over there to,
Nice.
but also here's my thing.
I get that there's
Here's-
the pay
Go.
disparity, and it shouldn't be that way. But then you can't say, well, she
Mm.
had to get this.
Don't run, it'll grab you
Well,
again.
that's debatable,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
anyway,
They should get
the
paid
thing.
more.
Yeah. Shari.
Well, it's not the
You're up.
same though. They don't bring in the same
Doesn't
revenue.
matter. It's the same job.
I am
Anyway,
just
so-
going to swing at the roper, ignoring the
But
little
it's not.
thing
It's
on my
different.
wrist.
There's a lot of differences, but anyway,
It's not really slowing me
when you're
down.
going to another country, there's laws in
Technically,
another
you
country
would
you have to
be
follow.
restrained, but we
And if
didn't
you go into
last
that
time.
country and you don't
Whatever,
follow
it's
those
fine.
laws, you're gonna.
We'll say
pay
that
the
it's not
price.
hindering
So
you.
did she
Especially-
not play real basketball here?
Well, I was only using a one-handed attack.
Yeah, you're good.
No.
I'm
You're
not
good,
saying
no
she.
worries.
No, don't. There
22
is differences.
for
There's a whole
7.
big difference in
8,
revenue.
sorry, 8.
So?
I can math.
It doesn't. They
The job is
don't
the
bring
same.
in the same revenue to pay
Job
the
is the
players.
same.
And then another swing,
I mean, yeah,
11.
it's the
That one
same.
misses.
But that's like saying
Yep, that one
an
bounced
And
NBA
off.
con
player and a
save.
basketball player in the Philippines
And a
should get
con
paid the
save.
same.
This is a completely different country. We're in the same
This thing really should be doing
Yeah,
better on
but,
the
But
con.
yeah, no.
what I'm saying though is the revenue
But he
differences.
fails.
It's a different country.
Yet
We're in
again,
the same
with an
fucking
11.
The
country.
WNBA
For
does
another
not
one.
pull in the revenue that the NBA does.
Oh, sorry, we don't.
One
have
more-
places.
One more damage to the
That's-
roper.
It
Whatever.
is.
No, I'm not
And
even
he's
gonna argue
blind
that.
once
You're
more.
just making
He's
it a
blinded
No.
yet
a
again.
sexist thing, and
I
it's
really
not.
wanted the
No, I'm
teleportation
not. I
one.
literally
but,
said
like,
nothing
this
about
one's doing
sex.
pretty good
All I
too.
said was the WNBA does not bring in the
So,
revenue
Why? Why
Like the
don't they
Indian-
bring in the revenue?
because
Can
nobody watches it.
regrow
Because
one
why?
tendril per
because
turn.
no, I don't know.
Nah.
Nobody watches it.
Yeah,
So
it's
the
a
one
sex
that
thing.
Meepo
You're not
just
gonna
got,
It's not a
you
sex
watches
thing.
another
It's
one
because
kinda
it's not as
sprouts
exciting
out.
to watch.
Why not?
Ew.
Because people
And-
don't find it
Again.
exciting. I
Why?
can't
It's
answer
around
that for
in the
everybody.
direction of Meepo. It can't see Meepo.
Do you watch it?
You know, it knows his general
No.
direction.
Do you watch
Meepo's
NBA?
tiny.
Yes. So
we'll
why?
see if he can hit Meepo
Well-
again with tendril.
We don't have an.
And we'll say that
and
one
WNBA
of the
too,
other
so.
two still
It's
goes
on
in the
ESPN. They play
direction of
WNBA.
We don't
Dimitri.
have one in
The third
Utah.
one is
Oh no,
just-
we don't.
because he's blinded, it's not going to do anything. So the tendril towards Meepo, though, misses with a 9. The tendril towards Dimitri with disadvantage is a 13. That'll miss too.
You know how excited I
Okay.
was when the WNBA was formed as a kid?
Our roving
and then you
piercer
can't fucking
friend
watch
climbs
it, 'cause
higher,
they don't show it.
and it is
I mean, they
Gardain's
do
turn.
show it on the W.
Not really. They don't make it easily accessible. They don't show
Gardain
it.
is gonna try and do a strength attack or a strength check to get.
To break free?
Yes.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me a strength check. Okay. Unfortunately, not enough to free yourself from the grasp of the
Gardain's
roper.
just not doing
As you-
anything.
You pull and you struggle and
It's okay, Gardain.
it just kind of tightens its squeeze around your midsection.
You're a good distraction for it.
So I do have +1 to saving throws, so it'd be 11. I'm sure that's still.
Still not enough, unfortunately. Let's see.
On the bright side, Gardain, without you, we would not have been able to open the door earlier. So, just saying.
There it is.
Technically speaking, you also have disadvantage on strength checks. So, while it has you in its grasps here, so hard to get away from this thing once it has you, at least with a strength check. Lena.
Okay. Same thing.
Flailing tentacles.
I'm just gonna like tried.
You ever seen that video game Octodad? That's what I'm imagining right
Oh
now.
my god.
They don't
Hey!
They have to
Yeah.
watch. You have to
20.
pay money for TV
All right, so roll
to be able to
two.
watch it.
Roll two
And
That's
go-
any
damage
sport.
dice
No,
for
it's
the
not.
octopus.
You know how many?
Double
You know how many
damage
Atlanta
dice.
Braves games
So
I've
that's
been able
gonna
to
be
catch? Like
4
3 because they're not
D6
showing
plus
it.
3.
Okay, but they show local stuff on local TV. They don't show that on local
9
TV.
They show WNBA.
No, they don't. On local
I've
TV,
turned it
they
on
do.
ESPN several
All
times in the
right.
Plus 3
WNBA,
is the 13.
which
There
we
we go,
have.
13.
I'm
Hey,
talking in
so
general.
this time,
Yeah, but if we don't have
maybe a
cable, I
little
can't
bit
watch
of
baseball games either.
You can watch
cephalopod
basketball games.
anger
You can
just
watch
wells up
local
within
sports.
you.
Not if I don't have
Yes,
cable.
you
Crack!
can. We can
And you
watch
actually
jazz
watch as
games.
the
If
stony
you have
skin
just regular
cracks under the
satellite,
blow.
not satellite, but the fucking
And you
rabbit ears, which
wallop
is
'em
digital,
pretty
you
dang
can
good
watch
there.
jazz games. You can
And-
watch local fucking sports.
Okay, and if we had a local team, we
and-
could watch a
and-
local
Yes.
WNBA.
So
We have
my point
to,
is, even local people can't fucking watch
this-
the games.
it says if
you
the
can't
target
argue
is a
with me
creature,
on that
it
and
is
say that they're
grappled.
accessible because they're not.
It has
Yeah,
a
I
so
mean,
you-
they're on
yeah,
ESPN, so they
you
are
are-
accessible.
16.
You're octo-hugging it and grappling it. Okay,
So I am
I love it.
grappling the grappler.
I love it. I love it.
So,
yeah,
you're
he is-
so you're hugging really well.
Yes, until the grapple ends, the target is restrained. Yes. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, I can't use my tentacles for anything else while grappling him. So
Okay,
he is restrained.
cool. I love it. There we go. Blinded and restrained. Cool. Very, very well done. I love it. Just this massive octopus just surrounding this stalagmite. Just like,
Somehow it has captured all of the tentacles without pulling anyone closer.
Dimitri Dark, you're up, good sir.
Okay, I'll keep my
Let's
barrage
do
of
the
shadow blade
thing.
going. It's been working.
19 misses.
Yeah.
19 misses.
I'll tell you now, armor class is 20. So,
I'm gonna
Meepo,
roll
you're
that.
up.
Meepo will he'll pick up the dagger that I dropped before and just go in with his. He now knows booming blade, but it doesn't do anything extra yet.
Okay. Since he isn't restrained, he has advantage on the attack and hits with a 23
Nice.
For 2. But hey.
for 2 bludgeoning.
That should be. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. For piercing,
It takes the
he's
4.
using a dagger.
Cool.
It's still 23.
Alrighty.
Perfectly.
I was mainly rolling it for the damage, but yeah, that's funny.
Ashari.
I'm just going to swing one handed at him.
Okay. 11 is not going to be enough.
And 17 is not going to be enough.
And 17 will not be enough either. Okay. It is the Roper's turn once again. It's going to flail tentacles around in the general direction of Meepo with disadvantage. Still rolls a 19, though.
Dang it.
And Meepo is grabbed once again.
No!
Dimitri, since you moved, I'm going to say it doesn't know where you're at. None of the tendrils come in your direction this time.
Nice. I don't know why I didn't
but-
move before.
It is going to bite. And who it will bite? I think since Meepo managed to cut one of the tendrils, he might
Sorry,
try to
Meep.
bite Meepo's head off.
Sorry, Mickey.
Or it could bite the octopus that just did a lot of damage to it with that hug.
Hug
And I am like literally
on it.
suctioned to it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna go for the octopus that's all suctioned on it here.
Okay.
It's a
I got
straight
you.
roll because the disadvantage and advantage cancel out between the two, so it's just a straight roll.
Yeah,
Bite
that's
attack on our octopus friend.
Probably still gonna hit.
Rolls an 18
Yep.
for 25 piercing damage.
Okay. I'm still in octopus form.
Barely. You know, like 6 more hit points.
Yeah, but I am in octopus form.
Our piercer friend climbs higher. Like, just the most disgusting looking thing just popping out of the wall. Gardane, you're up.
Question: the advantages and disadvantages cancel each other out, but if I were to use inspiration, would that matter?
So all that advantage does is give you. All that inspiration does is give you advantage. So no.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Because again, it doesn't matter if you have like 12
Yeah.
advantages and 1 disadvantage, it's still a straight roll. Same thing, 12 disadvantages and 1 advantage.
Yeah.
It's just a straight roll.
That's cool. I'll attack.
Okay, straight roll though, 23 will hit for 4. Bludgeoning damage. It is still moving and writhing, but it seems to be very sluggish at this point. Anything else, Gardane?
Nope, that's it.
Lena the octopus.
Okay. I'm gonna try to tighten my tentacles around it.
Okay.
Crush it a little bit.
Cool, cool, cool. This will just be another tentacle attack with a natural 1. Okay.
Roll20 hates me.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. It just kind
Roll
of
20 hates everyone.
it just kind of thinks you're hugging it at this point. It's almost like, oh, well, that was strangely tender. Like this is the first bit of tenderness this roper has ever felt in its lonely stone cavern life, as its single eye turns to the octopus and almost sheds a tear that they're having to fight.
You moved it by giving it a hug.
Yeah, I'm just
The first bit of
there,
physical
friend.
affection it's ever had. Its roper mom never treated it this way.
I shall hug you until one of my allies kills you.
Cue Dimitri Dark.
And that ally shall be me.
Hopefully. Definitely. 10.
How do you always roll a 22 with this? You've rolled
I have
like
a +7.
wow.
Doesn't matter what he rolls. It always throws him over.
Crazy. But yeah, you definitely hit for 10 more psychic damage. And as your shadowy blade flies and pierces through it, it shudders and it looks one last time to its octopus friend, and another tear falls from the single eye as it closes and it falls limp, the tentacles dropping off from each of you, being freed from your restraints, as it's sort of like
the last words it'll hear. The last words it'll hear is, "How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles."
Oh god.
And I'll walk away dramatically.
It doesn't die. It doesn't die from the shadow blade. It dies from embarrassment. After hearing that. All right, and we are out of combat, unless this piercer's gonna try to get over one of you. But you guys can keep an eye on it if you want.
It's gonna take. It's gonna take it 10 years to get to us.
It's still moving though. It's still 5 feet a turn. It's just up the wall.
I'm gonna use my tentacles to move my buddies back across the river.
Okay, yeah. Because it has a 15-foot reach, that's definitely doable. You can grab each of your friends one by one, and if they let you, you can just kind of plop them on the other side.
Don't see why not. I mean,
I'm not gonna fight it.
Good with me.
I mean, I feel like if another tentacle grabbed me, I would think I'm getting attacked again.
But it is me.
But you can't talk though. Like, are you? So you're in the water, but are you submerged in the water?
So she's technically on the shore. There just wasn't really room to like. She's technically here.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Oh, dude, features.
I just lift my arms up, like, go ahead.
Yeah.
So you can take me across.
Pick you up, move you across. And then I'll move Nepo as well. And then I'll like pause for a moment, looking for the head nod from Gardan, unless he wants to walk through the water.
Nope. I'll wave at you.
Okay, I'll put you across as well, and then I'll kind of slither into the water and do that little octopus like thing to the other side.
Okay, so slithering into the water, you are gonna need to give me a strength check to see if you don't get pulled by the current. Now, since you do have a swimming speed, though, you'll have advantage on this, basically, to not get pulled away by the current. Everybody else who got in the water, Gardain and Meepo, they were all being held by a tentacle by the roper. So, but yeah.
Got that one and an unnatural 20. So.
Okay, so you're fine. You're able to not get swept away by the current and cross to the other side with your friends, Gardain, after being placed there gently by your tentacled arm. Whew. That was an interesting fight.
What's funny is, like, I didn't do anything, but that whole time I also didn't take any damage.
Yeah, so that's what the blind from your friend did for you there. You'd have probably taken like 50 hit points of damage if it weren't for the blind.
Yeah.
And I did take like 50 hit points, so...
Yeah, you took him on a secondary being that gets its own hit points, so you're still not down any.
That is true.
Which is a bonus.
True. Okay.
Indeed.
I'm going to, I guess, move up farther north. But I can only move 10 feet on land, so...
I'd carry you, but I'm pretty sure you drowned me in octopus limbs.
So the river comes from this direction, but it sort of narrows like at the other far side that I told you about, Lena, to where, you couldn't really pass through there easily, especially with how fast the current is going in the opposite direction of you. But yeah, it just sort of narrows down. You don't think you'd really be able to get through, even if you could swim through that current. But up this way, as you guys look through this doorway here, it kind of opens up into what looks like kind of a makeshift jail room, you think? Or a bunch of cells for prisoners. There's the first two kind of look like they're just open. The gates are open there, but the third one still has the jail door closed tight. Yeah.
I'll walk to the end and take a peeky inside the cell.
Yeah. Looking through the bars of the door there, you can see what appears to be a corpse of a dwarf in armor, just kind of laying there.
Like it looks like a corpse. Is it a
fresh corpse?
Or does it look like, is it a fresh kill? Or is it bony?
Roll perception. It's bony. It's like
okay.
Very, very old, dried out, lots of bone exposed corpse. You can see that it had some armor on, but no weapons, obviously, as it appears to have been made a prisoner.
Well, seems to be the end. I'll inspect this room.
Yep, just a dirty, dingy cell. Nothing really of note within there. But if you want to roll a perception check, you can.
I mean, why not?
Okay, so with a 22, as you look in the cell itself and you don't see anything, but as you step out, you actually notice next to the floor here, like behind this opened door that leads into the cells, you catch a little glimpse of a piece of metal on the ground, and you walk over and bend down and grab it, and you found a little key.
Sweet.
Just a key.
Got me a
lying
key.
there on the floor.
I put it in my beard pouch.
Yep.
Well, they've
Well.
been inside. I'm gonna stay outside and just watch to see where that last little creature goes. Because I'm assuming we do have to kill it since we're supposed to clear out the entire place. So.
Yeah, it's just slowly making its way. After a while, it eventually gets to the ceiling, and you watch as it moves basically back to where it was originally above Ashari, and it just kind of like plops there and stops moving. And the weird thing about it is its camouflage is so good that when it stops moving, you almost lose track of which stalactite it is. It's that
Mm-hmm.
it's that well hidden and blended in with the stone. But you still know which one it is. It's just uncanny
Yeah.
how hard it is to tell.
I'm gonna try that key on this door.
Yeah, it fits perfectly into the lock and clicks for you.
Sweet. I'm going in.
Door swings open. And yeah, you find the old desiccated corpse of a dwarf. From the look of it, and since you're a dwarf yourself, it seems like it was a female dwarf of some kind, but a warrior wearing armor that's all like leather and stuff, but very old now and worthless at this point.
All right. Well, guess not much to see here. Can I like, I don't know, check the pockets or the sail for anything else? Or...
Yeah, sure. You look through the pockets of the corpse, and you do find an old, like worn out silk pouch hidden underneath part of the worn out leather of her armor, and inside you find 8 platinum, as
Hey,
well
I'm
as
almost done
another
if you want to
small
wait.
key.
I'll
I've
ride you.
heard that before. Not waiting 40 minutes.
I mean, it's 6 minutes till 10. We usually end around 10, so. Okay. Sorry, what was that?
You find 8 platinum and another small key in a small silk pouch that was hidden under her leathers.
Cool. Wonder where that goes to. Cool.
Can I look around and see if I can find like a secret passage door or something like on the wall?
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation or perception, whichever you want to do here.
Nope.
So you give a good look around. You're checking the corners and the walls and kind of, but nothing's really sticking out to you there. Nothing seems out of place.
11 make a wish.
Let's buy Slurpees. No, that's 7-Eleven. Never mind.
Dang it! Now it's make me want a Slurpee now.
Sorry. But yeah.
Well, we have a small key at least.
But key to what? That's a question.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Was there any
Key to our
doors
heart. Wager.
we couldn't get open before?
Was there one?
Just the store doors, but those were swollen, so we had to. The storage rooms had doors, but I don't think we've run across a room where we couldn't get in.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you did pick a few locks as well going through this whole place, so maybe it was to one of those. You never know. Or maybe it's for a door you haven't found yet.
I'm just kind of curious as to where we're going from here, because this is like pretty much like a dead end.
I guess we have to head back up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
When they come out, I'm going to point out the stalactite.
So you guys see a squiggly tentacle arm just kind of waving in the direction of the ceiling.
I'm gonna slowly make my way down and continue pointing to the one until I get to about like here. You know.
Okay.
I do have to go grab food though, so it's almost 10. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It is almost 10. We can call it here if you guys are. It's a couple minutes early, but that's fine. Let's. Yeah, we'll pick up there. We finished a good fight, and you made some progress here. So, we're looking at the 23rd. Now that's right around the for some people here in Utah, holiday coming up there, around the 24th. But is that going to work for everybody? 23rd.
I don't see an issue with it. I think it'll be fine for me.
I should be good to do it. I don't do Pioneer Day.
Is that what it is? Yeah, I should be good for it.
Fantastic. We will plan on it. Heads up after the 23rd. Our next game probably will have to be like maybe 3 weeks out after that, just because I'll be gone for a couple weeks. But we'll look forward to the 23rd, and we'll see you all then. Thanks so much for playing tonight, guys.
Thanks. Y'all have a good one.